is lined.
Cuts it upfield. He's got some room, and he is gone. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown, Patriots.
Let's do this, Tuscaloosa. This is Hillcrest Football on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network. Now.
Hello and welcome to Northport, Alabama and Wildcat Stadium as the Hillcrest Patriots prepare to take on the Tuscaloosa County Wildcats here tonight. Brent Jones, Brad Armstrong will be joining us soon. Brian Pirano is here. Avery Hale is here. Donald Falls is here. We're ready for a big broadcast. Y'all say hi to everybody.
We're ready to go. Excited to be back here finally.
Yeah. We are on the top row of the visitors' bleachers. I got here at 4:45.
You got here about 4:45 this morning.
I lugged all this equipment. I lugged all this equipment up here by myself.
Look at you.
I set everything up by myself. Listen.
I mean, listen, you got a few more weeks till you turn 60, so you got to enjoy.
Right, because when I turn 60, I'm not going to be able to do all
this.
I'll
exactly
be too old.
right.
You know, interestingly, or I don't know, it may not be that interesting, but interestingly, I read an article that you age significantly, scientifically, you age significantly, physically, when you turn 60.
Do you really?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm hoping it's not true. I was telling my wife last night, we're not talking about football, but we'll get to the football game, right? But I was telling my wife last night that the way I feel physically right now is how I expected to feel. When I was in my 20s, I expected to feel this way when I turned 40.
Okay.
So I guess that's a good thing, right?
You're defying the odds by 20 years, Brent.
60 is the new 40, right?
Right, that's exactly right. Now, let's hope 65 is not the new 75, though. So, you know.
Yeah, but I feel good.
Good.
Okay. Let's talk about this game,
Absolutely.
Brian. Obviously, a very, very important game for both teams.
Sure it is.
I mean, you know, the old cliche is throw the record books out the window.
Right.
And that's true.
Right.
But there's also other things on the line for Hillcrest in this game as well. But the main thing on the line for this game is the pride.
Sure it is.
The rekindling of the rivalry that ended a couple of years ago. Don't know why or how that happened.
No. But you know what? We're glad we're back no matter what happened. And this rivalry, you know, this is one of the longest standing rivalries in Tuscaloosa. It is our most played opponent in the history of our school, Brent. So, but beyond any of that as well, it's also important for region play, though. You know, we talk about the rivalry this whole week, a lot of stuff going on, you know, a lot of talk from both sides. Probably a little bit more from the student bodies than from the players. Yeah. But also both teams looking for their first win in Region 3 of this 2024 season, Brent.
Yes, indeed. And if either team is going to keep alive any playoff chances,
that's right.
Whichever one loses tonight is pretty much out of the race.
Yeah, I don't know about mathematically, but you're right. They might as well be out now. So, you know, we're excited right now. You know, this is the second time we've seen this field, if I remember correctly, Brent.
We've been here at least twice. I remember one time we were over in the press box.
Right, but with this brand new field, actually.
No, I'm talking about. Oh, you mean the actual turf?
Correct. Like this brand new field, like the new setup and all that. I think
this stadium we've been in at least 3 times.
Sure. But like this new stadium, that was the last time we played, Brent, way back in 2000. I guess it's 21 now. So it's good to be back here. Great to be in our visitor stands with all of our fans up here and looking for a good night of football here in Northport.
For sure. Avery, if you would go to Donald's camera, and Donald, if you give us some shots of the scenery around here, they're probably sick of looking at our faces.
Well, if you look out there right at the South 40, you know, you'll see Coach Armstrong out there. This is
Oh yeah, can you focus in on the let's get a shot of that, because go ahead and talk about what that is, Brian.
We got right now. This is an all-state challenge, a Stephen Fikes challenge right there. We have one of our state championship baseball players, Noah Latham, out there. He's actually the young man who recorded the final out. He's closest to us with Coach Armstrong on a knee. He's competing against some lesser foes from County High over there, and they are trying to win this game to hopefully get a little juice, a little financial juice for whichever school that wins.
All right. Well, I don't know if we're going to be able to tell them to do the play-by-play for this, but if we can.
You know, Brent, I bet you never thought when you started radio 40 years ago you'd be doing play-by-play for the All-State, throw the ball through a small hole from 5 yards sort of play-by-play.
No, we trained Nathan.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. It's on. Sorry, we don't really have the ability to I'm not.
You know what?
smart enough to
Nathan's
just
either
keep
doing
count of
really
this.
well or he's yet to make contact with the target. I'm going to go with he's doing really well.
Well, if you see it go through, you
Correct.
can tell if it bounces off.
He was a starting pitcher on a 6A state championship team. Hopefully he's not missing the whole contraption.
Well, he was doing pretty well
Good.
yesterday when he was
Right.
practicing.
Well, no.
There, he got one right there.
Great job by Coach Armstrong feeding
There's
him
another
to
one.
him.
Yeah.
You know, they just have some county high student over there.
There's another one.
Oh, the county
Hey,
high.
all right, we're done.
Yeah.
Let's see. All right, I see Brad celebrating with Noah Latham.
Noah Latham. That's okay. Combine him. And the county
And
high
you got
kid,
Latham, yeah.
he was attempting for some shenanigans there, Brent. Near the end, he was throwing 2 at a time, hoping to catch up with with Mr. Latham out there.
And there's the first down man himself, Stephen
It
Fikes,
is.
All-State first downs. Interestingly enough, you get Stephen Fikes All-State first downs on our broadcast.
Right, that's
You
right.
also get Stephen Fikes All-State first downs in this stadium.
Yeah,
for
you
County
do.
High. Did you know that?
I did, and also
Up on the
now
big
we have
screen.
a Stephen Fikes winner from Hillcrest High School. So I think that was the tiebreaker, right? First
Right,
downs
right.
for them, first downs for us. So Stephen Fikes is officially a Patriot tonight after that big win.
That sounds great. All right, I tell you what, Brian, we're
Yep.
going to take a quick
Let's
break,
do it.
and we're going to go to the Coach Jamie Mitchell show to
Absolutely.
see what Coach Mitchell has to say about tonight's contest. Then we'll come back more with the County Commissioner of District 3, Mark Nelson, pregame show. Keep it right here. This is the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network. Hello and welcome to the Coach Jamie Mitchell pregame show. Coach Mitchell, let's reflect for just a minute on last week. We were talking earlier. Homecoming went as planned. It's supposed to be fun for the students, all good, clean fun where nobody gets in trouble. You know, that was kept to a minimum, and the team is supposed to win big over their opponent. So this one went right by the script for homecoming, didn't it?
Yeah, you check all those boxes, and it ends up being a great week for everybody, you know, and proud for our school, for our student body, and, you know, our community, and just had a great time parade on Thursday night. Huge crowd out there, you know, so it's a great place to work, man. Everybody really enjoys Hillcrest football, and you know, that's one of the unique parts of this job.
Yes, sir. Well, let's talk about the specifics of that game. What were your impressions of your team?
I thought defensively, you know, by far the best we've played, you know, and it all started and stopped for those guys up front. You know, they told them at halftime, I mean, they couldn't block us, and that's not fixable. You can't go in at halftime and draw up a scheme that's going to fix that. So, you know, that was the difference. And then offensively, we were able to stay out of our way, you know, for the most part, and really in the second half generated some big plays.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we go from homecoming to TC week, as everybody likes to say, and we know how big that is around here. And not only is it big from a rivalry perspective, it's also big because now this game is a region game.
Absolutely, you know, that's the most important part, you know, and we need a region wins, and this gives us a chance to get back into region play, and well, the front end of our schedule has just been brutal, you know, 3 outstanding region opponents, and, you know, County High is very similar to us, you know, they've had their moments. They played some really good football at times, and, you know, they've hurt themselves some too, you know, so two very similar teams in the fact that, you know, have shown stretches of good ball, and, you know, I think whoever can do the most consistent Friday night is going to have a great opportunity to come out of there with a W.
You know, psychology goes into the game of football a good bit. And when you're playing your rival, even if you're struggling a little bit, that gives you a little bit of an extra focus, a little extra edge, doesn't it?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about this week, you know, guys not being ready to play. They'll be ready to play this week, you know, and we got to go back over there. It's the first time that we've played in the last couple of years, and, you know, we've never played them here since I've been here, so I guess that was the second game I ever coached here at Hillcrest, was over there. So it'll be a great environment. They got a beautiful stadium, and I know it'll be packed on both sides, and, you know, always a fun time when you get together with them.
All right, one last question. Can you tell us some specifics about their team players that we can look for?
You know, you look at them, man, and got a big, pretty offensive line, and quarterback has certainly made plays. You know, they're very similar to us. They like to run the football, and Cam Jackson, who played for us here a few years ago, his little brother's the tailback there now, does a really good job for him. And, you know, defensively in places, man, like I say, you watch them and they play really good defense for periods of time, and then they'll just have a breakdown here or there. And, you know, it's just a lack of consistency on their part, and so much of that's very similar with us. And so two teams that I think are looking for that 4 quarters of consistent football, and, whichever one of us can do that, I think we'll walk out of there with a great win.
All right. Hopefully it'll be us.
That's right.
All right. Thanks a lot, Coach Mitchell.
You bet.
Singing the national anthem here for us tonight as we return from the Coach Jamie Mitchell pregame show. You know, back in the day, Brian, Tuscaloosa County High football games in the early 80s, I sang the national anthem.
I don't doubt it, Brent.
It was with a quartet, though.
Okay, so were you the main person of this quartet?
Oh.
What did we wait? Oh.
We missed the Pledge of Allegiance. We didn't realize they were saying the Pledge of Sorry about that.
I've never done that.
Should we say it now?
Nah, we're good. Well, unless you want to live your glory days, Brent. You could do that.
Well, it was the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, okay.
But we're okay.
Yep.
Sorry we missed that. We apologize, viewers and listeners out there. All right, so, Brian.
Yep.
This football game.
Man.
What do you know about Tuscaloosa County and what we should expect from
Well,
this
you know,
team?
I know they've struggled a little bit, without getting too much into keys of victory. They've had a tough start to the year. They're winless this year right now. Got a new coach, Coach Adam Weingarten last year, didn't have the most successful run at County, and he decided to go on down to Troy to work working for the football team in an administrative role. So they were able to find a coach, and, this is not easy, right? He was at Southside Gadsden, at some places that played some big-time football. But, 7A Region 3 is not for the faint of heart. So I do think, even talking to Coach Mitchell, he says this is one of the more intimidating regions he's faced. I can't imagine it for a coach where this is his first endeavor really into this level of football right now. So County High is down, but, Brent, you said it earlier. This is a rivalry game. It's almost, I don't want to say records are completely thrown out, but at the same time, they're going to be coming out with a lot of emotion, and we're going to have to match that early.
This is their Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
This is really their Super Bowl. And it's a good example of something to compare it to would be the Iron Bowl last year.
Sure.
Auburn down and out, Bama on top of the world. And it took that fourth down miracle play for Alabama to win that game. So this is going to be a fight here tonight. For anybody thinking that this is going to be a blowout, I hope you're right.
I do too.
But I don't expect it to be.
Well, I do think there's certain scenarios where it could be, but just like you said, as Coach Hinton fires footballs into the crowd right there, he's younger than you and me, but his arm's getting a little tired too. But I think we're all excited. Late arriving crowd for County over there, but like you said, it's a big game for them. They see this as one of their more winnable games this year. It's been a long time since they've beaten us, so this will be a huge feather in their cap if they can pull off the big upset.
Let's go out. Let's go ahead, Brian.
Yep.
And I know Brad. Well, here he comes.
He's on his way. He's right here.
He's right there.
Yep.
So
Yep.
Avery,
Yep.
if you can let him in.
Yep.
As soon as Brad gets over here and gets seated, we'll go ahead and go to our Alabama Express.
We're ready.
Keys to
We're
victory.
ready. Hey, good job, Brad. Lead them to victory. Yeah, I saw. We broadcast it. Well, and also, we were not too happy. Near the end, County was throwing multiple footballs at once. So, they tried some shenanigans. So
was that within the rules?
Well, you know what? We won,
it
so it was
really
within
matter,
the rules.
right?
So we're very happy. Good job by Noah and his fantastic assistant, Coach Armstrong.
Listen, I'm so proud of Noah.
Yep.
I mean, we prepared, we practiced.
Yes, and he came through.
Golly, he was actually, the funny thing is, honestly, even when we practiced and kind of had like a pseudo tryout,
right?
I had some other guys that I thought would be really good, and they were pretty good. But Noah, for some reason, he was really good at that.
Well, I mean, listen, that's the biggest moment of his life on the field. I mean, listen. It's that first and then game 3 of the state championship last year.
That's right.
So,
that's true.
No, in all honesty, great job by Noah representing it. And what did we win?
We won $1,000.
Let's go.
And the loser got $500.
Okay, good.
So in my head, $500 goes to Hillcrest Tennis.
Hey, perfect.
Okay.
We love it. We love it.
Now, Brad, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here, guys.
We're ready to go on to our Alabama Express Keys to Victory. So, Avery, if you'd pull up those keys to the game, we'll talk about what it's going to take for both of these teams to win here tonight. Go on to the next one. There we go. There it is.
Okay, you may start.
I'd like for Coach P to start.
That's great. That's great. You're getting oriented. Okay, good.
Yes.
You know what? I think number one, Brent, that's kind of goes what we were saying earlier. You know, big rivalry, a lot of stuff this week. You know, first time we played then since these seniors were freshmen. A big deal. Just stay in the moment, right? We're not worried about any of the outside noise. We're only worried about what's going on between those lines out there. Making sure you stay in this moment right here. You enjoy the moment. You do your job and don't worry about any exterior things, whether it be from the crowd, whether it be from their bench, whatever it may be. You focus on what you're supposed to do your job, and then hopefully the outcome will be in the Patriots' favor.
All right, and the next one says build on momentum.
I think it has a lot to do with the way we've played. I realize we lost the game against Hewitt, but I loved the energy, I loved the effort, I loved the execution, especially in the first half. The great thing about last week is I felt like we not only did that in the first half, but we finally put together a full 48 minutes.
Agreed.
And
that was
so
huge.
Playing the second half as well as we did the first is something that we hadn't seen up until last week. Now, you want to take that and then duplicate. You want to do it again. Replicate what you did against Hueytown. Can you have that same level of success tonight here in Northport as you did in homecoming last week against the Gophers?
Right.
And so obviously if you build on that, then hopefully the scoreboard will speak for itself at the end of the game tonight, boys.
All right, and for Tuscaloosa County, sell out.
I think so. I think County High, you know, they're 0-5. They had the week off last week. I think it's one of those where it's an opportunity for them to, honestly, to play freely. They don't really have a lot of pressure. Everybody expects us to win the game.
13-point favorite, according to the Alabama history, whatever that website is called.
And so what do you have to lose if you're County High? Look, onside kicks,
Kitchen
trick plays,
sink.
fake punts,
Yep.
anything like that I think is fair game for the Cats. If I'm Hillcrest, then I'd be on the lookout for them because you're playing against a team that has reckless abandon and has nothing to lose, and that's always a dangerous opponent.
And kind of going well with that, Brad, the longer we let County hang around, the more hope they have, right? There's more pressure that's on us. If we kick off in the second half or they kick to us in the second half and it's a one-score game, well, they start to gain momentum, and what do? We start to get nervous. We start to get tight thinking, oh, my goodness, we're supposed to win this game. Somebody has to make a play, and then that may cause error. So the longer County High can keep it within a ball game, a possession, 10 points, something like that late, that plays into their favor, guys.
How many times have you seen a game and you know who's going to win the game prior? You know, okay, if we watch Texas Vanderbilt, who do you expect to win the game? Well, by Texas.
Yeah, of course.
If the early part of the game starts to go Texas, what does Vanderbilt do? You start to look in the mirror and you're like, man, dang.
We're Vandy.
The war pitiful me's, right?
Yep.
But like Brian's saying, if Vanderbilt can hang around,
believing.
you start to get that momentum. You're like, oh, my gosh, we've got a chance.
Yep.
And so your effort ramps up just a tad, and I think Brian's spot on.
One more thing, kind of more of a concrete thing. I don't know about you guys, but since A.J. Love has come back, I guess against that Hewitt game, at least in part, golly, it seems like we've been a defensive monster at that point. I know Hewitt put up some points against us. It just seems like a different squad out there. So I think for County it starts with just at least getting the play started, whether it be if they're trying to throw the ball, gain yardage on first down, something to slow our D-line down and give themselves a chance to get into the play and then thus get into the game.
Well, you talked about defensively and mentioned A.J. Love. Your third point for the County High Wildcats, Brian, was for Tuscaloosa County to contain the Hillcrest defensive line as a whole.
Right.
Not just A.J. Love.
That's a good point.
But Kendall Moorhead is a really dangerous player. I expect Zay Hall, I realize he's not a defensive lineman, but he does allow those defensive front players to play a little more freely, knowing that Zay Hall has got your back.
And Zay Hall's getting healthier every week.
The other thing is to mention, not only is Zay back, but the two guys that, to me, have grown up, at least some, Miles Madden, Brooks Folks.
Oh, for sure.
Linebackers, they're not – look, to look at them, are they the most physically imposing specimens on the field?
Nope.
No way. But both of them play with a ton of heart, a ton of energy, and they seem to always be in the right place at the right time. And so Zay Hall just adds to that. I think that defense will play well. County High's got to be able to contain that, boys.
Absolutely. So there you have your Alabama Express keys to victory. And let's hope that those keys are turned in the lock by the Hillcrest Patriots here tonight. Avery, if you want to go out of that. All right, guys, while we have this chance, before time for the Alabama Credit Union coin toss, let's go ahead and take a look at the Hillcrest starting lineup.
Yeah, let's
if
do
you'll
it.
go to the offensive starting lineup there, Avery. Avery, where are you going? Oh, we got to get to the starting lineups here.
I got it.
Avery's leaving on us.
I got a starting lineup.
All right, starting lineup. Just stay there until we're done with this.
I got it. Which one you want first? Offense? Let's go offense.
Offense.
Yep.
Let's go with the offense. Okay, at left tackle we have Mason Booth. We don't have his picture available.
How do I do it? Hit starter. Do I hit it
just
again?
hit the next one. Yeah, just hit it. Same thing. Hit
Starter
starter's
offense.
offense
Okay,
again.
got
yeah.
it.
It just scrolls through them.
Okay, got it.
Jamarian Henton also at tackle for the Patriots. Rylan Bell is the big center, the senior. Thomas Daniels will be playing at right guard. James Craig in there at tackle, big number 71. Wyatt Garner is the tight end, number 80. Caden Smith at wide receiver, number 3. Jordan Chambers-Smith, number 11 at wide receiver.
Oh, my bad. I went
Jacoby,
back
oh,
I
no,
skipped one.
You're good.
We're good. I
Jacoby
skipped
Harris.
one.
Okay, who'd you skip? Jacoby
I don't
Harris,
know.
number 4.
It's probably Christian
I think
Ritchie.
you skipped Christian Ritchie. Christian Ritchie, number 2, also a running back. Go to the next one. No, there's
Ritchie.
Christian.
Hey.
Okay, and go to the next one.
Did I skip Bryson? No,
And
there's
Bryson Kimbrough, of course, is the quarterback at number 12. Okay, so now Caitlin has joined us as our director, so you can hand that back to her. And Caitlin,
Why would I do
let's
that?
go.
Obviously, I was really good.
You were doing a great job. I'm telling you, you were awesome. But it's time for the Alabama Credit Union coin toss as the players are out on the field. So if we can go to the coin toss there, please, Caitlin. Okay, there we go. You see the captains for tonight, number 11 for the Patriots, Jordan Chambers-Smith. And also number 35 for Hillcrest, Arkel Gladden.
Guys, who is this guy?
I know.
Who is this guy?
Big old kid.
He is a big kid,
Yep.
and he's taller than Zari Hughes. He's
Correct.
listed as a linebacker, I think, but he plays tight end for us. He kind of came out of nowhere, the sophomore sensation. I believe we have him as a sophomore. And now we're sitting here and don't even know the guy, and he's a captain. I mean, he's a captain.
And that's one of
Let's
the
see how he
things
contributes
that
tonight.
possibly playing kids that may not have gotten a lot of playing time due to injury, though. So it's a name like Arkel Gladden that we didn't know.
Well, he's
6 weeks ago.
obviously done something in practice to earn this right.
Sure he
You
has.
got that
Big
right.
game
As
of
you
the
mentioned,
big game.
Zari Hughes, number 8, another captain, and number 23 for the Pats, Jay Leatherwood, the cornerback, the other captain. Let's see. The referees are through talking to the players. I think the toss has been made. And let's see, I think that County High won the toss. So let's see what the officials have to say here. They were talking to the County High players first, so that's always an indication that they won the toss. County High
They
did
will
win the
take the
toss,
ball.
Taking the
and
ball.
they've elected to receive, going for the blood right away.
I like it.
Okay.
Hey, I like it.
Like
Me
having
too.
the ball first in the second half, for sure.
I will say, too, from a County High standpoint, I like it. Because if you're the Cats, you want to establish some sort of momentum. You want to also give your – I mean, let's think about it. If you give the ball to Hillcrest and they score, what does that do?
No doubt.
But if you stop them,
Conversely,
you know.
that's the thing. You know, Coach Patterson's going to take this as motivation.
Yeah.
Tell his defensive guys, guess what? County High won the toss and chose to get the ball. That's what they think of you guys. So it's got to be ready to fire up the Patriots. What does our run-through say? Never mind.
Well, too late. I was
It
trying to
says-
read something about fantasy football and
I think
90
it said
points.
something.
and-
Did it say something about maybe how many catches our kids have? Something like that.
Something like Pats by 90. I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with Pats by 90. Okay, the TCHS flags are coming over here. The students
That's
are
probably
running
not a real good move
inside
by the County High kids.
our players' sideline. Interesting.
That feels like a bad
yeah,
move.
that's something that's going to get your opponent pretty riled up, I would believe.
Man.
You know, what? That seems like a habit forming right there. Getting disrespected before the game all of a sudden. That doesn't sit too well sometimes up here, and I know it doesn't sit too well down in there with the coaches and the team.
All right, so
I cannot believe that.
Neither can I.
that was interesting, to say the least.
That's all right. They'll be at our place next year.
Okay, here we go, guys. It's almost time for the Hillcrest tennis kickoff as the players are gathered with their coaches. The County High kickoff receiving team on the far sideline. Of course, we're set up in the visitors' bleachers. And the Hillcrest kickoff team over here with their coaches. Coach Bray Sullivan, who coaches special teams, over there getting his troops ready. The officials moving into position. County High kickoff return team getting into position. Hillcrest team getting some last-second instructions, and they will take the field. And here we go,
Here we
guys.
go. First time in 3 years. Let's do it.
This feels good.
Hillcrest
also,
tennis
when's
kickoff.
the last time we've been here? 5? Because the last time we played was here. Was it here?
3 years ago.
Oh, because that's right.
Yeah.
I think we were. Well, I guess we
No,
were
we're
here.
here. The
Remember
last
the
two
first time
times we've been here.
That's exactly right.
Because
And the
remember,
visitor
yeah,
bleachers.
we had won on this field before they had won on this field.
And you know what?
right.
Hey, here's another
Yep.
thing. Coach Mitchell's very first win at Hillcrest
you're right.
was against
You're right.
Tuscaloosa
'Cause
County.
we had struggled a little against Homewood the week
Yep,
before.
Right.
That's correct.
And was that here?
Nah, well, not. I mean, it was in.
Was that here or was it at
We were.
Roy Johnson?
No, our first game was against Homewood
At Roy, I'm
Roy
talking about his
Johnson.
first win. We lost that
Oh,
Homewood game.
right,
His first
here.
win of
It
his
was right
career
here.
at
Yes, here.
Hillcrest
Yes, you're
was
right.
here at
You're
County
exactly
High.
right.
Okay, so the Hillcrest tennis kickoff coming from the foot of Hudson Hall. There's the whistle, and here we go. Boy, these jerseys are going to be hard to read the numbers for County High.
That figures.
Number 1 is back deep, and number 11, but this one is fielded by number 21 at about the 5-yard line.
Boom.
And he will be brought down at the 17-yard line. And the Cats will start there, 1st and 10. Go ahead. What you got?
Sorry, my
You got something?
backpack. You know, I missed my backpack.
Oh, your
I'm sorry.
backpack. Okay, I thought you were signaling
No,
something
I'm
that
so
happened
sorry.
on the field.
Thank you, P.
That's
I'm
all
so
right.
sorry.
There you go.
Thanks,
there you go.
boys.
All right, 1st and 10 from the, well, they marked it at the 19.
Oh,
so
thank you.
the Cats will start there at the 19. So good coverage
Great
by
coverage,
the Hillcrest.
Brent, most definitely.
kickoff team.
It looks like even if I didn't see who made the tackle, but even if he didn't get there, looks like there were a couple folks right behind him ready to fill in case that player slipped through any hands.
These dark jerseys and the dark numbers makes this really hard. I can't even see the quarterback's number. He takes the snap, he pitches it out around left end. Zay Hall comes up and the runner escapes him, breaks a couple more tackles. He's still fighting for yardage all the way down to the 37-yard
that's
line.
KJ Jackson, number 6. Good job. I thought Zay Hall had him for at most a 3-yard gain. You see Zay pointing at the sideline to Coach Patterson, to his teammates. That one's on me, boys. That one's on me.
Yeah, really well done, actually. Nice play from scrimmage for the Cats. Good start for the drive. If you're going to take the ball first, that's a really good way to start it.
All right, the quarterback for County High is Carter Dotson. Carter Dotson, he is in shotgun. He takes the snap, play action, and Carter will keep it around left tackle. He'll be brought down at about the 38-yard line. Good job there by the Pats. Number 44 coming in to make the tackle, Brooks Folks, along with
Marvin Johnson.
Marvin Johnson.
Marvin
as well.
Johnson, I don't think he's gotten a player of the game, but he's been all over the place these last few games, though. So good job by Marvin this year.
Also
really-
only a sophomore.
Yep.
Since the blocked field goal against Vestavia,
You're
we have
right.
said his name
You're
more
right.
and more.
Dotson in shotgun. KJ Jackson, the running back, flanking him. 3 wide receivers to the short side of the field. Dotson takes the snap, a quick pitch out to the left side. Completed. He'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. A pickup. Let's see where they're going to put him. The 39, no, right at the 40. And that'll be about 7 yards short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 7 for
Not
the Cats.
a whole lot of gain there, but it looked, pretty good design. Little bubble screen action for the Cats. But not as much as I had originally thought. He must have come out of the sidelines before I thought he did.
Hard to see the sidelines for
It
the
is.
players as they stand on the sidelines. Dotson takes the snap, fakes it, pitches it across the middle, in and out of the hands of his intended receiver. His tight end was open at the 50-yard line. Ball was thrown behind him. He's unable to hold on, so the Cats will have to punt. 3 and out. Well, not 3 and out. They picked up 1 first down.
No, but still, Brad talked about it, big possible momentum. If they had done something with that drive right there, well, the momentum switches right back to us. 4 and out, Brent, like you said. Nonetheless, we get the ball. We'll see what type of field position. But great job there by Coach Patterson's defense. Once again, one of the keys to victory, building on last week.
I thought Carter Dotson actually did a pretty good job of reading the RPO game there. but he just was off target to his tight end.
Just a little bit behind him. The tight end still could have caught it. The kick is blocked, or is it? No, he gets it away, and a flag comes in.
Dang it.
And it looks like Caden Smith touched the punt.
Let's see.
Looks like Caden Smith touched it. Hey, Avery, can you get an SD card?
Yeah.
We need an SD card.
Yeah,
Look and see if you can find it in the bag.
Yep.
SD card case.
I believe that went off number 5, Javarsky Lanier right there. He was sitting there. He was attempting. I guess he didn't hear the call right there. But that's the sort of play that County High needs to stay in this game. Caden called fair catch, let the ball bounce because it had been a tough play, and unfortunately it took a hop right into one of our blockers, and County High gets good field position on the Hillcrest 35-yard line.
I'm a little shocked. That particular play, it was almost like, Brian, how did he not block that punt?
I don't know. I was not paying too much to that. Now, I thought Caden may be able to come underneath and fair catch it as well, actually get hands on the ball, and I think that's mine. That's mine, yep.
Well, here's the thing, guys. If you're County High, you needed a break right there. Not a great offensive series, but you get a big break early. Hillcrest comes away with nearly a punt, which would have been a huge momentum shift, or at least a momentum creator, and then it turns into a big break for the Cats. So really tough play there for Hillcrest.
Nonetheless, right now, defense has to step back up. 1st and 10 for County on their own 34-yard line. Big shift by the offensive line here in the shotgun.
All right, so Dotson in shotgun. The line of scrimmage is the 34. The officials stop play momentarily. Let's see what's going on here. Discussion.
There was a little bit of, obviously there's some sort of pirouette move by the, but they're going to call offsides by the defense.
No.
I did not see anybody come set for County High. Obviously, until you put your hand in the ground, you can pretty much shift and move around, and that's just a gimmicky 5 yards. But
well, so the Cats getting some breaks, and these are the kinds of things that have been killing this team throughout the season. Success on defense, and all of a sudden we're giving them the ball at their own 29-yard line. At our 29-yard line, 1st and 5. Dotson in shotgun. KJ Jackson is the running back to his right. 2 men go in motion to the right side of the line from the left. Dotson calls the signals. Man comes in motion from right to left now. KJ Jackson gets the handoff, and he'll be tackled at the line of scrimmage by the Pats' big number 90, Tavion Johnson. They'll pick up maybe about a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
And, you've got to think County, honestly, I think we're the favorite right here. I think we have the more talented side. So County probably is going to try to run the ball, establish that. You can see they are not a whole lot of a hurry here to run the next play, try to use clock, kind of shorten this game.
It's certainly a smart play. That's what I do.
Dotson in shotgun once again here on 2nd, and we'll still call it 5, 2nd and 5. Dotson hands it off to KJ Jackson. Not much room there for him. Again, he moves it up to the 28-yard line, about a yard gain, and it'll be 3rd and, close to 5 still.
Yeah, I don't think they got much there. If they got anything, it was a few inches, Brent.
Is this 4-down territory? I don't know much about County High's kicker.
Yeah, but at the same time, I remember last time we made the trip here. And the other thing is, how many games you think County High is going to win on field goals?
Right.
I don't mean that. I really don't. Do you think County High is going to win this game with field goals?
And if you give it up on 4th down, it's not great field position for the Hillcrest offense anyway.
That's right.
Here's the snap, and the little reverse around left end. Tackle made at about the 21-yard line. I believe that's enough for the 1st down on the reverse for the Wildcats.
Brad, you mentioned this here as one of the keys to victory, going for broke. We see that reverse right there. We see them receiving the kickoff. County High is doing a good job, at least, halfway through the 1st quarter, really pulling out whatever they can to stay in this game.
Well, and why not? Why not? What do they got to, if you're 0-5, you do whatever you can to get on the board. You try to do whatever you can to stay in the game, and you do whatever you can to win the game.
Yep.
All right, 1st down for the Cats. Not quite to the Centel Home Design red zone. Dotson back to pass. Looks over here to the left side and intercepted in the end zone by Jamarian Bennett. And the Pats will take over at the 20 on the touchback.
Not a terrible read by Dotson.
No.
He's got a kid on the flag route. The only problem is just underthrown. He had an open target here in the corner.
Right. And it seemed like Jamarian Bennett saw where the ball was going before the wide receiver did, Brad.
I agree with that.
You know that? I don't even think the wide receiver saw it in time to attempt to make it up, to break the play up. To be honest, the only thing really questioned right there was could Jamarian get up high enough to keep both feet in bounds, and his athleticism allowed to do that rather easily.
I saw him the other night at the Hillcrest huddle, and he came up to the table and said, when am I going to be the player of the game?
Do something.
I said, as soon as you earn it, and he's off to a good start right now.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, there have been a couple of games this year where I would say that he's played
been close,
well enough.
very close.
But then he ends up making a few mistakes to where we would choose someone else.
Right.
We'll see if let's see how he does over the grand scheme of the game.
But he is off to a good start here tonight. Bryson under center. Christian Ritchie is behind him. Christian takes it over right guard to the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30, and out of bounds at about the 27-yard line of the Cats.
We are 12 for 12 for replays. I'm just saying. Maxwell Elementary is getting their money's worth on that.
Scott Suttles is so happy.
Wow. Scott, don't blame us. This other guy likes replays.
All right, so here we go. First, Stephen Fikes, All-State first down for the Pats. But here's a penalty backing the Pats up for whatever reason.
As the ball
or is that just where they spot? I think they just spotted it wrong.
Yeah, okay.
And now that was just a respot.
What? They hadn't blown it in.
It's the 29-yard line of the Cats. Bryson looking to the sidelines. I formation for the Patriots. Javion Lowe in at tailback. Christian Ritchie in at fullback. Bryson takes the snap, the toss sweep to Javion Lowe. He cuts it upfield over right end, moves it down to about the 24.5-yard line. Nice pickup of close to 5. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At this point in the game, it's really early. Obviously, no one has a whole lot of rhythm yet. You don't really know how the feel of the game is. I would like to be physically dominant. I want to mash the ball in their face. And I'm just saying, I think
that's what's happening on these first two plays.
Right. And I think I like that. I like that particular mindset because I think what you're trying to do is to set the level of expectation for the night.
Bryson,
that's what you're trying to do anyway.
Bryson in an empty set, 3 wides to the far side of the field on the left. He comes to the right side. This one caught by Caden Smith. Caden makes a move, moves it across the 15-yard line. That's a pickup of about 8 and enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
Nice job. And by the way, guys, how many 5 wides have we seen this year out of this offense?
Not that much.
I think that may be the first 5 wide. I don't know that we have. We have an empty set?
No,
it was empty, yes.
I know, but have we had one before that?
I don't know.
You can see mass changes right there where first usually, a player or two will come in, but we brought in, like you guys said, a whole new set there for a nice 5-yard gain. Nice first down.
Centel Home Design red zone for the Pats for the first time tonight. Jordan Chambers-Smith hops out to the left a little bit. Bryson being pressured. He escapes.
Ooh, good block.
Pump fakes, 10, 5, and into the end zone, or is he? I don't know. Touchdown, Patriots, as Bryson Kimbrough scrambling, breaking tackles, tiptoeing down the sideline, then flipping into the end zone for the Pats' first score. 6-0 here with 6:19 remaining in the first quarter.
Hey, I want to give a big shout out to my man Thomas Daniels on that one. Big number 66, great block by the junior. There was a little bit of scrambling going on, but then he got a nice block on a County High defender as he turned around and he met Thomas Daniels with his face mask to the face.
Well, we're seeing Bryson Kimbrough a lot because there's a glitch in our program. Every time a replay comes up, it says Bryson Kimbrough, but he deserves it.
What has happened is we've broken the replay system, and we won't be able to do any more replays tonight.
The Dr. Brandy Patterson extra point attempt is up and good from the foot of Hudson Hall. The Pats extend the lead to 7-0. Guys, that was just a dominant drive down the field.
It really was, Brent.
In short order, too.
Yeah, was it 4 plays? I can only think of 4 plays. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep, that's right.
Brent, who did Bryson remind you of on that last play?
Maybe a guy who wears number 4
Josh Dobbs.
For the Alabama Crimson Tide.
Honestly, that little pump fake, keeping the play alive right there. A little Jalen Milroe right there.
I thought Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs. No.
Nobody cares about Josh Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs.
Right, I mean, nice job.
You turn on Sports Center, how much do you hear about Josh Dobbs versus how much you hear about Jalen Milroe?
Guys, I'm just saying, you asked who he looked like.
No, he didn't ask you. He asked me.
He said,
Who
does he look like?
He said,
Josh
Brent.
Dobbs.
He said, Brent. Replay the tape. He said, Brent, who does it remind you of? You did not say Brent,
We're not going
did
to
you?
replay it. We're not going to replay
No,
the
we're not
replay.
gonna replay the
We're good.
replay.
We're good.
No more
But, yep,
replays.
Okay, but he did say Brent.
no matter what, 7-0 good guys.
All right, here's the Hillcrest tennis kickoff. Ready to come your way from the foot of Hudson Hall. Hudson struck that last one really well, really deep to the right-hand corner inside the 5-yard line. Let's see if he can do that again. Two deep backs for County High. Hudson approaches, total leather. This one a sky kick, a little bit short, but he kicks this one out of bounds at about the 20-yard line. So he kind of misplaced that one a little bit. And that's a fault, right? He didn't put the serve in play. So,
Yeah, can't double fault on the kickoff.
All
You
right,
only get one
so
fault.
the Cats will start off good field position at the 35-yard line.
What do you mean you got to move your car? I tell you what.
Well, he didn't know it. He found the right place to park, so I asked somebody, and they said
Oh.
if he's over there and he parked in a number, then he's going to get towed.
I mean, dang.
Okay,
Nobody's
so,
gonna come tow him.
Avery, you know how to do this?
I mean, he taught me.
It's fine,
Okay.
Avery.
Avery
Just
Hale
point
is
the
taking
camera.
over with camera work for a moment while Donald goes and moves his car. What live football broadcast in high school? You got to love it, right?
Golly.
Avery, just point the camera at the play.
Follow the ball.
Yeah, that's
Follow
right.
the ball.
That's right. Don't zoom in too close.
All right, so Dotson in shotgun.
False start. That guy rocked.
They
yes,
got
sir.
it. They got it.
Yep.
All right, so whistle blows, and it'll be a false start, and that'll back the Cats up 5 yards.
And, you know, guys, this is the sort of possession right here for the defense. If we can get a quick 3 and out, 4 and out, get the ball back quickly, that's the sort of thing where County High, any possible steam they had or sort of momentum fire going into it, that starts to go away from them. And they start to, like Brad, you said early on, just the poor me's kind of seep in again. So defense really fired up, hoping to build on this first half of the first quarter.
2 wides to the right, 2 to the left. Dotson takes it. Play action pass. This one is complete at the 40-yard line. Tackle made by the Hillcrest secondary. A swarm of tacklers as he's still moving the pile forward, actually, all the way down to the 46-yard line. Big pickup of 17 yards, and that's enough for a first down for the Cats.
Thought that play lasted a long time. Let's make sure we get that long whistle.
Say, look at the scoreboard now.
Okay.
Stephen Fikes, a torn man here tonight. I
A
believe.
man
Yeah.
of many colors. Oh, there's
Hey,
something.
but there's a
now.
penalty. What happened here?
What happened here? Let's see.
I didn't see the call.
I didn't see the call. I don't
Neither
think
did
he's.
I.
What are they? Everybody's like, what happened? Oh,
You know
and
what?
it'll
Hey,
be a
Dowlings, did
penalty.
y'all see what that call was? Rick Dowling. He can't hear me. Sam,
It was a great call. It was a great call.
Whatever
That's
it
what
is.
Brent, I 100%
whatever it
agree
is,
with it.
after the penalty, that moves it back to the 25-yard line.
I think they said holding because that was more than a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, so from the spot of the foul, too. So all the way back to the 25. They've got to get to the 45 for a first down. It's 1st and 20.
I do like the RPO game that County High is attempting to play here.
That's twice they've had big plays across the middle. One was the receiver was wide open. The pass
Yeah.
was a little bit behind him, and that time it was complete, and it was called back because of the penalty. Here's
It's
a
not
snap,
ready.
and it's bobbled but picked up by Dotson. Dotson rolls out being chased by
Ooh.
Zay Hall,
Oh,
and
catch him,
Jamarian
Jamarian.
Bennett almost came around to make another interception as he was right there jumping in front of that one, but wasn't able to hold on. All right, so
Yeah, you're
second
the
down
best.
and
You're
20.
the best. You're the best. You're the best. Oh, right. That's good. Is there another penalty?
Is there another
no,
penalty?
No.
What?
The line judge is saying no. Stay right there.
It's on the 25, sir.
Yeah. Okay, you're good now. Is it second down?
Second down.
It is. Okay, good. Second down. And we have a play that has been run.
All right, second down and 20. 5:30 remaining in the first quarter. Hillcrest leading 7-0.
On the scoreboard in the south end zone to our right, it's Wildcats versus the no-names. But Eminem has shown up, so at least so far. We'll see if the real Slim Shady attempts to play.
I thought you were the real Slim Shady.
I actually really like that song.
I know you do. I know you're a big Eminem fan. You've regaled us with your
I do like Eminem.
musings many times. Dotson back to pass, being pressured, and he will go down in the backfield at the 15-yard line. That's Zay Hall coming in there, along with, I believe, Miles Madden. Both of those guys coming on the blitz.
I love the blitz package there. Two of the linebackers that we talked about earlier in the game. Guys, by the way, all four of the linebackers that we've mentioned throughout the broadcast, Marvin Johnson, Zay Hall, Miles Madden, and Brooks Folks, none of them are seniors. Just remember that.
Yeah. That's going to be a strength of the team next year.
Also,
for sure.
Look, Josh Whitehead, another guy. Now, he is a senior, but we'll mention Josh Whitehead from time to time as well.
Oh, yeah. Dotson just hands it off to K.J. Jackson over right guard. Jackson fights his way forward past the 20 to about the 21, but that obviously is well short of the first down, and the Cats will be forced to punt again.
That's a great possession. You know, aided by a holding penalty where we all were – a little bit surprised by it there, but Pats force him into what looks like, Brian, a 4th and 25, 4th and 23, something like that. But good job by the good guys.
I think the Cats are going to have to change their protection scheme here. Last time, it not only was nearly blocked, but should have been blocked by about 4 different Patriots. I think Caden Smith will do a little bit better job of yelling out what's going to happen here. Hopefully we don't have catastrophe like we did last time.
Caden waits for this one back at his own 44-yard line. The kick is away. It's a high booming kick. Caden goes backwards for this one back to the 38. Makes a move, spins around. There is a flag, but Caden is still on his feet, running around to the left side of the field. He's at the 40. He's running a long way, but not for a whole lot of north and south yardage, as he'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 43, but there are flags on the field.
I thought that was a bad call. You just got to get your helmet on the side of the shoulder. I mean, you got to get him in front, so maybe he didn't get him in front. And obviously, I'm certainly rooting for the team in white.
You are.
I mean, that's a shock, isn't it?
It is. Of course you are.
Not at the block in the back, regardless, whether I like it or not. So the Patriots will take over. Pretty good field position, boys. More importantly, up 7-0 in with the ball.
All right, 3:42 remaining in the first quarter. No timeouts yet on the field, so we have not been able to take a break. What's happening here? This is just the change of possession, so we don't really
is
have
this
time.
not a heat timeout? I don't
think so.
On October 1st?
I was about to say, I think it stops once we get to October.
Well, the officials are marking off the penalty back to the 22-yard line of the Patriots. They will start there 1st and 10 as the offense makes their way to the field. County High defense already out there waiting. Offensive line on the field. Now the backfield will join them. 3:42 remaining in the first. 7-0 Pats. Turning out to be a nice night here.
It is.
It's a little. I will say, I'm not going to be picky because it's not raining, but it's a little on the muggy side.
A little bit, but not too bad, and it's going to get better as the night goes on, too. Bryson takes this one and will keep it. No, I'm sorry, this is Caden Smith taking the direct snap, and Caden nowhere to go. He'll be stopped before he gets to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a couple. It'll be 2nd down and 12.
I like the short side of the field. You know, it's not like we haven't said this before. If you've ever listened to the broadcast, it's a broken record. But running to the boundary is no stranger to the Patriots. So that time, direct snap to Caden to the boundary, to me, that sets up the field, at least at some point. You got to honor the boundary, and sometimes you think teams aren't going to run to the short side of the field, but that time they did.
In the phone booth, right?
That's right. I love how we play in the phone booth.
Bryson under center, the I formation. Here's a handoff over left guard to Javion Lowe, and Javion's met right at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go, no gain. It will be 3rd down, and we'll call it 10.
Yeah, well done by County High there. Nice defensive play by that front on the right side. Very little gain. Of course, 2nd long is not where we want to be. Our third long, rather.
Yeah, they actually gave him a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 9.
Guys, I'll be interested. I know I won't give you a lot of scoreboard updates right now, but one of the big games tonight, Auburn at Central.
The game.
Yeah, Central of Phoenix City.
Yeah, that's right. And that's got basically your number 1 and number 2 teams in 7A, according to Max Preps.
That is correct.
Those
According
teams
to
could
Alabama
meet later.
Sports Writers as
That's
well.
right.
Yep.
That's right.
It's kind of like the Alabama-Georgia game last week.
Very
right?
big, no doubt.
That was not 1 and 2. Sorry.
One now. One
That's
now,
right.
buddy.
1 and 12.
1 and 5. 1
I'm
and 5.
kidding. I'm kidding.
But hey, your Vols have moved up to what, 3? Are they 3 or 4?
Four.
4 now? Okay.
I don't want to talk about that. That makes me feel nervous.
Enjoy it while you can,
Oh,
buddy.
I'm enjoying it. I just don't want to enjoy it too much and then be like, man, that was fun.
What's the stoppage? Any idea, guys?
No idea.
Okay.
It looks like there's a timeout on the field.
I don't know. I don't.
I think it's a good time for a break.
I think there's a timeout on the field. Let's take a break. 7-0 Pats. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Ignite is a high school student employment. Ignite is a high school student employment initiative. We have a summer. Ignite is a high school student employment initiative. We have a summer job fair, and a lot of employers have hired students from the summer job fair. If you are not in, Ignite is a high school student employment initiative. We have a summer job. Ignite is a high school student employment initiative. We have a summer job fair, and a lot of employers have hired students from the summer job fair.
If you are not involved in Ignite, you should be involved in Ignite. It will be the best decision that you will make for your company in the hiring process.
It's an opportunity
Something weird got messed up in our programming.
Well, we thank all our sponsors. I'm
You
not
can
sure
help
who's
give
on
back
that
to the
break there.
community by helping students engage in a
Right now,
productive
Brad,
activity.
it's like third and about 9 with the somewhat unexplained.
Spins free, gets up to the 35. That's enough for Stephen Pike's all-state first down for the Pats.
I like that call. Sorry, I didn't mean to step on your
No,
toes.
no,
I
you're
wasn't
fine.
sure if you were ready
You're
for the game.
Go.
Hey, but look, guys, empty set. I have to admit, the first time we ran, he threw the little, out route to the near side, or to the stop route. This particular time he run, I thought he was going to run it the first time also. Right. That's not to say Bryson can't. He can make every throw he can make, but that is his cup of tea. He's very comfortable running right.
All right, Bryson in shotgun. First down for the Pats at the 35-yard line. 35. Bryson takes it. It's a speed option around right in. And look at this, down the sideline. He's still in bounds. 30-yard line all the way down to the 29-yard line. Goes the pass to Jacoby Harris and a flag back at the 49.
There's a flag. I do see Peyton with his helmet off. Now, what is going to be the call? Did somebody rip his helmet off? I'm going to guess yes.
Still the stuff.
See a lot of people coming back.
Coming back, though. Not quite sure. The White Hat is trying to figure out what exactly the call is to play. Long discussion, but we still have where the pass spotted, which would be 20. Oh, did you see the ball? Yeah, it was illegal participation. There's 12 in the field.
What a great run by Jacoby.
I don't know. Unless it's somebody on the sideline that could possibly rope, did an official get tangled up with some of our players on the sideline?
I do see another flag on the near side, 37, and it's just over the top of the heads of our guys.
Yep.
But that would indicate to me that a line judge threw the flag, and maybe you're right, Brian.
Yep. Is that from? I always thought it was from the spot of the infraction, not from.
I have no idea. I've never read
unless
those
the
things.
spot of the infraction was the 40, which is possible.
I would like to know.
Yeah.
Now, see, our coaches are pointing to the right.
Seems to be a lot of confusion no matter what.
Yeah.
Not just from our sideline or up here, but also from the officials down there. We see a little huddle among the three of them right now, bringing in another person.
Yeah, the line judge from the near side has been coached up by Coach Mitchell, and he has an opinion on it for sure.
I got an opinion.
Well, I was watching Jacoby go down the field calling the play, so I didn't really see what happened behind the play. The official coming over to give the explanation to Coach Mitchell. Not sure if he's too happy with it or not.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's not.
You know what? Here's what I'm going to guess. I think the flag is on Caden's helmet coming off.
Oh, and then he continued play.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense.
That's right, because you have to stop once that happens. You're right.
That's a good call, Brad.
And that would make an illegal participation.
That's right.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good call, Brad. Good call.
Wow, that's a 10-yard penalty.
Yeah, and it's tough, too, because Caden was way behind the play.
It's a personal foul. It's a 15-yard penalty.
Way behind the play when it happened, too.
Goodness gracious.
So that'll knock the line of scrimmage all the way back to the 22-yard line. Wow, so a big gainer of 30-plus yards by Jacoby Harris, taken off the books.
First
by Caden Smith's helmet coming off.
Have we thrown the ball?
Yes.
One play, first drive?
We threw it to the we threw it to the stop route over here on the right.
Gotcha.
And then we have not thrown it on this drive. So yes, we've thrown it one time.
Well, we've hardly had it on this drive. We had the big run by Bryson, the short run by Caden. Now shotgun.
No,
whistle
there's
again.
not, Brent.
Oh my goodness.
No, there's not.
My goodness. I mean, is it a 15-yard or 10? Is that the question? I mean, I will say,
gee,
I can't believe that it's a.
Me too. I thought it was 5.
What are they saying now?
He wants
his helmet came off, so he's got to sit the play out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Caden comes out. Javion Lowe
is not coming in.
Well, we thought Javion Lowe was coming in.
Now we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do. Here comes
Javion
But that
now.
would indicate to me that they're probably going to have to call a different play.
Right.
Because you got totally different personnel. I'm sure Javion Lowe's not going to be able to substitute for 3.
All right.
Now you get
Javion's in the backfield.
It looks like Bryson whispered the play to him right there.
Yep.
And communicating with him right now. And it's going to be a reverse around right in to Jacoby Harris. He breaks the tackle in the backfield, spins forward down to about the 28-yard line. Nice pickup of about 7-8 yards, but still obviously well short of the first down, but it'll only be second down for the Pats.
The good news is the clock is running, which is a rarity so far in the first quarter.
And it started back after that penalty before the ball was in play, which once again I guess I just did not understand the rule.
This is likely the last play of the quarter, fellas. So just a heads up there, Mr. Jones and me.
Bryson in shotgun again, 2 wides to the right, 1 to the left. Bryson takes the snap, looks down the right sideline. Caden Smith is there, but it's out of his reach at about the 32-yard line. He was there, had a step on his defender, would have been 6, but just couldn't get under it.
Well, and obviously with the stop clock on the incompletion, that is not the last play of the quarter.
I don't mind that.
I like the call. I
don't mind that. It's third and, 20, second and 20 or so. Caden is arguably the fastest player on the field right now. Was able to outrun his defender, just overthrown by a couple yards by number 12, Bryson Kimbrough.
A little more air under it, and you got 6.
That's right.
Yeah, I thought that was a good call. It's a really good call if he completes it.
Third and about 20. Yeah. 3 wides to the left, 1 here to the right. Caden Smith. Bryson drops back, slings it, just over the reach of Jordan Chambers-Smith at about the 47-yard line. That would have been a first down as well. Jordan was open on the route.
That'll bring on the punt unit. Here comes Callan Cozon, the long snapper. And, of course, Jordan Chambers-Smith will drop back this time as the punter instead of a receiver.
All right, so a couple of missed opportunities there for the Pats offense, and they will have to kick it away. And County High will start this drive with good field position based on what we expect to happen here on this punt. Jordan Chambers-Smith takes the snap. The kick is away. Wobbly kick. Fielded at the 41-yard line of County High. They will start there 1st and 10.
Now I expect this to be the last play of the quarter. We've only had 6 plays since I've said that.
Been an ugly first quarter,
it
guys.
Really has.
A lot of disjointed stuff, whether it be, I don't know, probably what turned out to be good calls by the officials, but a little bit more than what we're used to. A lot of that stuff there, a lot of penalties there. Nonetheless, 7-0 Pats with, like you said, Brad, probably the last play of the first stanza.
You talk about it being a sloppy first quarter, and that's exactly what Coach Mitchell said, that both teams have been shooting themselves in the foot all season long.
Well, that's not been any different
blown.
tonight.
Yeah. Dotson takes the snap, hands it off to KJ. He crosses the 40 over to the 42, and he'll pick up about 4, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. The Pats up 7-zip. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
When the Patriot Nation gets hungry for Chinese food, there is no doubt about where to go. Lee Palace in Inglewood Village. Lee Palace has been in the same location for 20 years and loves the Hillcrest community. You just can't beat their incomparably delicious Chinese cuisine in a family-owned, friendly environment that is second to none. The folks at Lee Palace love what they do and are very passionate about providing you with the best in town. Lee Palace says, go Pats!
Something going wrong with we got a glitch in our program. About this, don't you? We have the student employment program at kiosk in the front of our building.
Yeah, you want a job? You need a job. Not you guys.
It's great.
You guys do a great job.
Yeah, it's a great program.
Go for it.
It's good for.
I'm just saying, it's like 14, 15, like 16, 17, 18-year-olds, like each age group. I went out there and had my age group played with. A lot of different groups that specify what you may want to do or what you may be good at.
Right, and it's great for employers to use it to find employees at a high school level. It's like a mutual good business. I think they sell Bama stuff.
They sell Bama. So if you're one of those and you like to wear Bama stuff, then go to Bama Stuff or BamaStuff.com and get your good-looking Bama gear.
All right, here we go. Dotson in shotgun. Second down, about 6 for the Cats from their own 43-yard line. The snap, the misdirection handoff to KJ Jackson goes nowhere. As a matter of fact, he'll be brought down about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage by 88, 90, Tavion Johnson. Was too fast.
Well, I was pointing at the phone. I literally went like this.
The fingers above it.
So, what if this Tavion Johnson is down? I hope it's good for trap action by the Cats. The play well.
Yeah, loss of 4, and now it's 3rd and 10 from the 40. Dotson back to pass. Being pressured. He's able to get this one off, and it is intercepted. Intercepted by the Pats, number 23, Jay Leatherwood, at about the 47-yard line.
Yes.
But you're right, there was a hold right there that was not called.
I like it. I also really like the physicality with Kendall Moorhead. He just really planted Dotson there at the end. If you're going to hold us, we're going to plant you. And I like the physicality that Hillcrest is playing with there. I also really like the ball hawking skills over there by Jay Leatherwood.
You know, it's one of our captains for tonight, Brad. That's a difficult play to make. You know, he's expecting it to go downfield. Quarterback gets hit. It kind of floats a little bit. Good job by Jay reading that play before anyone else did. I believe his first pick as a Hillcrest varsity player. Maybe I'm wrong.
I think so.
I think you're right.
So technically 2 turnovers to 1. Hillcrest with 2 picks, and of course County High with the fumble recovery off the punt return.
You think can we take a shot here, boys?
I don't mind it.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. But it's a whistle before the play can happen.
What is that? Coach Mitchell's starting to get a little frustrated with the officiating crew. I'm not blaming the officiating crew, but there's no flag.
No flag.
Oh, man. Okay.
Disappointing.
They were just saying we just didn't know what to do when there wasn't a penalty, and it just came out instinctively.
Well, guess what?
Now there's a flag on our side. Now there's a flag on our side for unsportsmanlike conduct.
I believe that's one of our coaches there. Maybe Coach Ashley right there had something to say.
Okay, I'm not seeing the flag, guys.
He just threw it the near side.
Oh, I see it now, yeah.
He pointed at Bert.
Jamie's letting him know a little bit about it. He's like, I didn't say exactly what he
I didn't say the magic word.
Yeah.
abracadabra? Is that what you,
Golly. No, I was
Not
thinking
that?
maybe
Okay.
that, but there may have been an expletive in front of the abra.
Alakazam.
That's exactly right.
Dadgummit.
Yep.
Okay, well, as it is, that's going to be a big 15-yarder against Hillcrest. So instead of being 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line of County High, that's going to move it all the way back to the 37-yard line. It'll be 1st and 25.
Guys, I would guess we have more yardage and penalty. I would guess we have more penalty yards than we do offensive yards.
I would guess we have more penalty yards than total yards by both teams.
For sure. 11-11 remaining here in the first half. Hillcrest up 7-0. 3 wides to the right, 3 to the left, 3 to the right. Empty set. Here's your 5 wide again. Here's a pitch out to the right side, and down the sidelines goes Jordan Chambers-Smith.
Oh,
nice
throw the flag,
pickup.
throw the flag.
Oh.
Come on, man.
What are we doing?
Whatever they want.
Okay, there's a little shoving
Let's
going
do
on.
it.
You may have seen that on camera.
Let's go then.
Coach Mitchell
That's my
asking
kind of
why
game.
that
Let's
was
do
not
it.
called. You can see that the crowd all saw it. You can hear them. The crowd all saw it as well. The official standing right there, but no flag thrown. As it is, a nice little pickup of about 10 by Jordan Chambers-Smith down the sideline on the completion. Makes it 2nd down. 2nd down and about 22 now. We'll call it 2nd and 20. The snap, Bryson back being pressured, breaks free, spins out, throws this one deep down the sideline, and it is caught. Caught at about the 41-yard line. Is he in bounds? Yes.
Yes.
Who was that on that catch, guys, over there on the far sideline?
He's got it.
There's also a flag down. It's a flag down right
That's
where
gonna be
Bryson threw it.
It's
I would
Caden
assume,
Smith.
I
They
assume
said-
roughing the passer.
I think so. Roughing the passer won. They called it
Yeah,
incomplete.
they did. But either way.
Oh, they called it incomplete?
Incomplete.
Oh, it
yes.
looked like it caught it to me. Can you go back to that replay, please? Let's see if he catches this. Kind of hard to tell. We're far away, but it is roughing the passer. You're right, which will be 15 yards and a 1st down. But take a look at this replay here, and let's see if he came down in bounds here. What a job of scrambling by
Well,
Bryson.
it's so tough. I
and
thought
lead
he
us-
did,
oh,
but it's
looked
so
like he
tough.
got
I'm
it.
not over
Yeah, it's
there.
hard to tell. But what an effort by Caden Smith, even if he didn't come down with it. He caught the ball. I think maybe he just had a foot just touching the chalk just a little bit.
I think he caught
Now-
it, Brent. I had a great view.
Okay, now look, here's the interesting thing. Remember, there are only a few instant 1st downs in
And
high
that's
school
one of them.
football.
Yep.
Roughing the passer, roughing the kicker, roughing the punter. They called that roughing, automatic 1st down.
I got
Nothing
a feeling
else is an automatic
It may
1st
have been
down.
a little makeup call for the lack of personal foul over here earlier between plays.
You don't typically get a makeup call from the opposite side, though, is
Good
the
point.
only thing.
Good point, Brad.
Well, as it is, the Pats have it 1st down and 10 at the County High 46-yard line. Bryson under center, I formation for the Pats. Handoff on the belly G to Christian
Go inside,
Ritchie.
Christian.
He breaks it to the outside, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. And that's another Stephen Fikes All-State 1st down for the Pats on the gain of 25 by Christian Ritchie.
Nicely done there, boys. I love the belly G. I love the midline dive. It's really well done by Bryson. The offensive line does a great job. That time with the reverse pivot, we got belly G written all over it. Christian Ritchie, a little explosion after he got outside. A really good runner.
They mark him out of bounds at the 22, so the Pats with the ball there, 1st and 10. 10:45 remaining in the first half, up 7-0. I formation for the Pats once again. The snap, play action. Bryson looking to his right. It is caught by Caden Smith. No,
I
he
agree with
trapped
that.
it
I thought that was a good
on
call.
about the 17-yard line, so it's incomplete. Just
Yeah.
a little bit low there from Bryson.
I thought so, and obviously I'm way up here and I don't have a great angle, but I can understand
yeah, it
why he
looked
called
like it
that.
hit
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
ground,
and the lack of complaint from not only our sideline but also from Caden Smith makes me think they got that one right.
Yeah. Definitely believe so. Makes it 2nd and 10 for the Pats.
I love the play call. I love the single coverage out there. You try to get one-on-one. Anytime you got one-on-one coverage, you want to give your offensive player an opportunity to make the play. And if it's Caden Smith, I think you got a good chance.
Absolutely. Bryson hands this one off to Jacoby Harris on the straight give up the middle. He spins forward to about the 16-yard line, pickup of about 5, and it'll be 3rd down and 5.
Pretty good play there by Jacoby. Sets up pretty good set of chain. Maybe they'll give him more like 6, Brent.
Think so?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll call it 3rd and 4.
Yeah. But I like that. Now
I like
it
his
sets up
north
a
and south head of steam.
Much more manageable 3rd down.
Jacoby is deep in the I formation.
There it is.
And looks like County High jumped off sides on the hard count by Bryson. So that'll make it a 1st down, I do believe.
Which makes the 6-yard gain so much. But I realize you're like, of course, idiot. But at the same time, think about it for a second. The hard run by Jacoby sets up not only a 3rd manageable, a 3rd where you get the 5 yards. Now you got a 1st down.
That's right.
If it's a 4-yard gain, you're still sitting here at 3rd and 1. So instead, it's a 1st and 10, which made that extra yard or 2 that he gained on that play that much more important.
And the Pats in the Centel home design red zone. Here's a handoff over left guard.
That time to give the midline.
Yeah, to Christian Ritchie down to about the 6. So a nice little pickup there of about 4 or 5 more for the Pats. It'll be 2nd down. 9:40 and counting.
Hey, good drive here, guys.
Very good drive. And also, you said early, Brad, trying to establish that line of scrimmage, try to big boy them a little bit, and that they're doing a great job of picking up 4 there, 2 here. See if we can punch it in.
I also love so far on this particular drive the way that they've handled kind of the adversity of the penalties.
Bryson under center again. The snap. The toss sweep to Jacoby Harrison. Jacoby pulls his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. 13-0 Pats. 9:06 left in the 1st half.
The physicality with that run was very impressive. I love Jacoby's head of steam. He would not be denied by that cat or any other cat. I love it. And that puts the Patriots up by 2 scores.
Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center extra point attempt coming your way from Hudson Hall as he trots out onto the field, looking to make it 14-0 in favor of the Pats. It hasn't been beautiful, but, 14-0 looks good no matter how you shake it.
No doubt, Brandon. They got the ball first.
There it is. It's good.
There we go.
14-0 Pats.
Hey, you're exactly right, Brad. I mean, I don't know how many penalty yards. I think Brad's right saying we probably have more penalty yards than yards gained. But a quarter and 3 minutes into it, 2 touchdown lead, 2-score game. So the scoreboard certainly looks nice right now. Golly, plenty of things for us to clean up the last almost 3 quarters of this game, guys.
Well, I want to get my money's worth on three more quarters of football, regardless of score.
Get 3 years worth. How about that?
Yeah, I know it. I will say, I'm excited to have this game back.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to
this
be at our
community
place
needs
next
this
year.
game. This community needs it.
I'll be honest, we need it financially next year too. I mean, this is a big gate for us,
And man, a Friday night with no rain, and it didn't happen at Hillcrest.
It was scary.
Oh,
well,
man,
I'm sitting outside at tennis
threatened.
about 2:30, and the sky's darkened, and I get
Yes.
the kids inside, and I'm like, gracious, it is like clockwork. Every time Friday, it's about game time. Here comes the rain.
Yep,
but
you're
thankful
right.
it's dry right now.
I just hate that, so far for us, all of our home games pretty much have been rainy.
I think all of them, period, haven't they?
We have a roof over our heads at home,
Yes.
so we're lucky in that respect. It's an onside kick from the
No,
it's just oh, okay, sorry. It was just the sky kick, fielded at about the 25 and down to the 35, 36-yard line. The Cats will start there 1st and 10. I don't know why it looked like
I will say
stroked down on it.
Well, the glare. I think he's. If you ever played golf?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, if you're playing a wedge,
Yeah.
you want to try to just drive it into the ground,
Right.
and let the club do the work.
Right.
Foot kicking is very similar.
He had his
Yes.
wedge foot on.
Yes, you just try to drive it into the ground. You're hitting it at a particular spot, and then it really kind of pops it up. You let your leg do the work.
But he did. Did he drive it to the ground and it
I thought
popped
so.
up off the ground?
No.
or-
It just was the motion for that particular sky kick.
Okay.
You're just trying to
I
really
gotcha.
drive the
I
bottom
gotcha.
of the ball.
Empty set for the Cats now, but they move into a more traditional set with a KJ Jackson flanking Dotson to his right. He takes the snap, hands it off to Jackson, and Jackson looks for some room around left end. He crosses the 40. Pickup of about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
It's tough to, I have to admit, I'm sorry. It's tough to call that play. I can't see that far. From this angle, I was having difficulty. I just saw a toss. I saw him kick out, and he picked up 4, 5. Not much else.
It was just a basic running play.
It was. Pretty well blocked by County High,
Yeah.
I thought. But good pursuit by the Patriots in their all-white uniforms.
Dotson calling the signals. Man flanks out wide to the right. Here's faking the handoff, being pressured by Tavion Johnson and brought down by Zay Hall.
Throw the flag.
He gets the pass away as he's being tackled, and there's no flag. That's definitely intentional
did not get
grounding.
the line of scrimmage. It's got to get to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, the official's reaching for his flag now, and he throws it. So that is intentional grounding. It'll be loss of down and the yardage marked off as well.
The line judge is telling, remember now, I don't think intentional grounding is the line judge's call. I think that's the discussion. Because remember, the line judge is just telling the official on the mic, it did not get to the line of scrimmage, it did not get to the line of scrimmage. That's when the official can tell the head ref is the call maker of that particular foul.
Right, and he had been hit before he released the ball as well.
Well, nice pursuit. And by the way, guys,
that was Zay Hall again. We called Zay's name a lot here tonight.
2 weeks ago, A.J. Love made a really big impact on the game, and we said A.J. Love's name a lot. Similarly, tonight, Zay has impacted the game.
Well, Zay was in on the game last week.
Just very late.
Not
very
a
late.
lot.
Yes.
Not a lot, but he's back close to full speed here tonight. Dotson back to pass again, steps up into the pocket. He'll just keep this one. There's Zay Hall hitting again.
That was good timing.
Inbounds. That was inbounds, fortunately.
And also Javarski Lanier.
Javarski made a nice hit there on Dotson. Well short of the first down, obviously, and the Pats will have to kick it away.
I love that. I love it. I love it. Nothing says Hillcrest football in these past few years, guys, like physicality.
Defense,
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, they beat each other to death in practice, and hitting the other team just kind of feels like a bonus whenever they play. I realize not all that always equals winning, but it sure equals a lot of physicality.
No doubt.
And it also often translates into winning.
Sure.
The snap, the kick is away, wobbly spiral, fielded by Caden Smith at the 39. He reverses his field but trips himself up on the 38-yard line, and the Pats will take over there 1st and 10.
Looks like Jordan Chambers-Smith may have tweaked that ankle just
Yeah,
a
and I
tad.
think he honestly got blocked back into Caden, and then Caden slipped a little bit probably on the still slightly wet field there. But you are right, Brad. Number 11, Jordan Chambers-Smith, did look like he came up with a slight limp.
I thought I think you're right, Brian. I thought when he tried to block the County High gunner, you know, he took a little bit of a shot and then got hit by his own man.
I think Caden kind of faked him out. He didn't know Caden was going to step back like that, and he ran into it.
I think they're fine, though. They were over there talking to Coach Ritchie and Coach Kress over there. We can see Jordan Chambers-Smith going now to the wide side of the field.
He's fine. 8:07 remaining in the first half. Pats up 14-0 over the Tuscaloosa County Wildcats. Shotgun formation. Bryson Kimbrough flanked by Jacoby Harris. 3 wide receivers to the short side of the field. Jacoby goes in motion. Bryson being pressured, breaks away again. Another scramble, crosses the 40.
Nice,
dives his way forward to the 44-yard line. That's about a 7-yard pickup when it looked like it was going to be a sack about 4 yards deep in the backfield.
And you can see they got it. What was that, his towel? A piece of his towel?
That's correct.
You can see right there. You can see right there. It's still stretched out. So good job by Bryson evading them and picking up, 7 yards, guys?
Kind of reminded me of the old tearaway jerseys. I don't know if y'all remember those. Back in the 70s.
Yeah, I've seen videos of those.
Yeah.
Tearaway jerseys back in my day. Pretty good play, though. And in a play that looked like it had disaster kind of written all over it. Bryson did a good job making a heady play and, of course, positive yardage.
Bryson under center. The snap. The sweep around the left end, Jacoby Harris one-on-one. He makes a move, down to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of about 13, and obviously enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
Yeah, nicely done there. And they've run so many different movements with that ball handling of Bryson Kimbrough that County High really is having a difficult time diagnosing prior to the ball distribution, right? They don't know if it's going to be near side, far side, field, boundary. It's just all the things are on the table right now, so it's really well done by the Patriots.
Here's a handoff to Christian Ritchie, straight up the gut. Christian
Ball.
fumbles the ball,
Got it,
and
man.
County High has recovered it at the 31-yard line. Nice job fighting for yardage, but Christian unable to hold on to it, and the Cats will take over.
Evens the turnover battle, guys, at 2 apiece right now. You know, like you said, Brent, Christian trying to make a play right then, kind of spun out of it. Ball got a little bit away from his body there. Nice job by the Cats right there, stripping it, then falling on the fumble.
Pretty good play there by County High. And, of course, it looked like Ritchie was doing a great job running it, but he did get a little loose with the ball. And, you know, sophomores, freshmen sometimes make mistakes. Obviously, seniors do too. But, man, tough break there by Ritchie. Good run, ended in a little bit of a miscue there. Let's see if the defense can get it back, boys.
All right, Dotson in shotgun. Here comes the man in motion from left to right. Fake handoff.
Screen.
The screen pass over here to K.J. Jackson with blockers out front, 40, 45.
Oh, he's still
cuts
playing.
upfield,
That's an
50,
illegal participation.
45, and down to the 40-yard line. But here's another helmet that comes off, and we're going to get the same call against County High.
That's correct.
That we had against Hillcrest earlier with the player losing his helmet but still participating in the play.
That time, the penalty on County High's number 55, and he is guilty of illegal participation.
You know, I've seen a lot of high school football.
Yep.
And I don't know if I've seen that play called, and we see it twice in, the span of 6 minutes game time?
I know, it's true. 55, Caleb Cole, the senior offensive lineman. And that has to be the call since it was exactly the same call earlier.
Yeah. But, guys, doesn't it seem like both teams are kind of injuring themselves?
Oh, yeah. Most definitely.
But Hillcrest seems to be the better team, so the injuries are less severe against Hillcrest as they seem to be to County.
Well, I think it's maybe not so much severity as it is the ability to overcome.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
yeah.
you know,
because Hillcrest has
correct.
the better team.
Now, the other thing is, I think, this is just me, I think that the problems are coming and the sloppiness is coming out of the emotional level.
There is.
You know, you think about they haven't played each other, and then there's a lot of, oh, this goes that way.
What are we doing?
Oh, my goodness.
What?
There's no way.
Oh, are you kidding me? They waved the flag
happen.
off.
They're going to say he got his helmet ripped off. I guarantee you. Coach Mitchell's going to take a timeout right here, I promise you.
Even if he does get his helmet ripped off, if he continues to play, it's a penalty,
well, now,
correct?
I don't know about that.
No, because once your helmet is off, you cannot continue to play.
He's taking a timeout. There's no way he's not
so
taking a timeout.
Coach Mitchell takes a timeout. We will take a break as well. Your score, Hillcrest 14-0. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
What initially drew you to become a member of Alabama Credit Union, and how has your experience evolved since then?
Yeah, so I came for college, and my dad and I came down, and Alabama Credit Union was convenient to campus. Being young, first time opening a bank account, and looking for some relationship, and so that's where I started. And then over the years, I have gotten married, had a family, and so it's just been with me every step of the way, and in relationship with me.
Okay, now we have sound.
Okay, we're back. It says live on Mixlr now.
Okay, what about YouTube? Are we on YouTube?
Well, we think we're back somewhere. You may have missed an inside bubble screen, making it 14-7. Tuscaloosa County High Wildcats trailing Hillcrest here.
Will they get on the board?
But we do get the ball now, and we do get the ball to start the second half, though. So, you know, Coach Mitchell would love this to be a 5-minute drive ending in the end zone. capitalize there, then capitalize again to start the half.
All right, here's an onside kick, which is bobbled by the Pats, and it's still on the ground.
We got it.
And I believe you're right. I believe that Hillcrest has recovered the onside kick.
Well done by County, and I love how they went right at Brooks Folks. I love that surprise play.
And look, great job, heads-up play there by Jordan Steele to get on top of that one after Brooks Folks bobbled it.
Yeah, it hit off Brooks Folks' chest, and he did not control it.
You know, you were talking about the Cats having to go for broke in this game, and that's an example of the type of thing that they have to do to win this game.
Well, onside kick was one of the examples that we gave prior to the game. Onside kick, reverse.
Yep.
Field goal block, or field goal fakes. Anything is on the table tonight, or everything is on the table tonight.
All right, so the Pats with that onside kick being unsuccessful, great field position at the Cats' 47-yard line. Bryson in shotgun. He'll hand off on the sweep to Caden Smith. Caden breaks the tackle, moves it down to the 42-yard line. Nice pickup of 5 on first down by Caden. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Pretty good little reverse action. Again, most of the running that is horizontal is horizontal to the boundary. I just wonder at some point, and obviously in the Jamie Mitchell era, he never gets sick of the boundary.
Right.
So it's not like it's a setup. It's just kind of the way he rolls.
Bryson under center. Christian Ritchie takes the handoff over left guard, spins his way through down to the 35-yard line. That's a pickup of 6 and enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
I wonder if there, and I would doubt that there goes into the mind of a whole lot of clock management here, as we're at 4:20 or so to go in the first half. You might think, okay, Hillcrest is going to get the ball to start the second half. If you could potentially possess the ball and put it in the end zone as the clock hits 000, it would be perfect, right? I don't know that he'll care as long as he scores, right?
Javion Lowe deep in the I formation for the Pats. Play action pass. Bryson looking downfield.
Just run it, Bryson.
Slings it over here to the left side, and Caden Smith unable to get to that one. There was contact before the ball got there, but it was an uncatchable ball out of bounds.
I guess. I mean, it wasn't like the official signaled uncatchable.
Well, it looked like it was to me, so I think
Smith,
it's a good call.
He was also the only player in the route. I mean, that was the only young man. You know, Bryson broke a tackle there, looking for Caden to go up and make a play. So I don't hate that throw by Bryson. That was a Caden Smith catches it or nobody catches it.
Right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
The only thing that I didn't love, I thought Bryson could have just kept running.
Agreed.
Straight up the gut. Hand off to Christian Ritchie. He moves it down to the 31. Pickup of 4. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
I think, Brad, you're talking about understanding the clock. I think that right there was understanding the clock, though. No matter what happens, let us use, I'm not sure we'll use the full 40, but use a fair amount of it. Even if we give the ball back to County, don't allow them too much time.
I formation with Javion Lowe at the tailback position. Bryson under center. Play change. Bryson informs his teammates of the change. He takes the snap, the toss sweep to Javion Lowe. Javion breaks free.
Nice.
Down inside the 20. That will be enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down. Actually, they're going to mark him at the 21.
Good play there by Javion. I love how right now, so far to me, boys, our running backs are running really, really hard north and south. When they get the opportunity to run north, they're doing it.
They take it.
They're doing it.
And you mentioned it earlier. It seemed like that change happened 2 weeks ago against Hewitt when we no longer, I don't know, tried to go east and west. We made sure we got what we could get as quickly as possible.
I love it. Offensive line playing pretty well tonight, too, boys.
Bryson under center. Handoff to Jacoby Harris over left tackle. Crosses the 15 down to the 14. A flag comes in the offensive backfield.
Goodness gracious.
This is going to be against the Pats, and it's holding.
I'm shocked. Shocking. That'll be as many points. I think we have as many flags as we have as County has points.
Oh, no doubt.
7 flags? I'll
say
take
that's
the over,
right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, guys, while we have this little break in the action, I was looking down trying to fix some tech stuff. I missed the County touchdown. Can y'all describe to me what happened?
Well, it was you had shotgun set with a running back off to the left of Dotson.
Dotson, yeah.
The running back comes in motion from left side to right.
Okay.
You had trips on the right side of the field, eventually the bubble screen by an inside receiver. and it was a nice setup by County High. The motion kind of set up Hillcrest secondary for failure, and then the bubble screen went from middle of the field to the left far side of the field for a touchdown.
Gotcha. Back to live action. Bryson steps forward, now being pressured in the backfield, and he escapes somehow, twists his way around, and gets the ball back to the 29-yard line. He should have been tackled in the backfield, but he managed to escape from 3 or 4 different players and actually get positive yardage out of that play. Actually picked up about a yard, making it 2nd down and 9.
Well, he stepped in. He was trying to get second.
Oh wait, I'm sorry,
19.
second. It's
18.
not. Yeah, he picked up a yard, but it was 2nd and.
The down and distance has not worked here all night. I mean,
No.
it always says 1st and 10.
Correct. It's always been on the 0.
Well, as it is, it's what, 2nd and 18, because I wasn't accounting for the penalty yardage there when I said that when I made the call. But either way, a great run, avoiding a tackle by Bryson. Bryson will keep it this time on the speed option over left side, moves it down to the 28-yard line. A very short gain, and it will be 3rd and very long 3rd and about 17.
One of the few times in the last few games where Bryson, in my opinion, made the wrong decision.
Yeah.
He probably had the pitch man right there, Jacoby Harris. Chose to keep it, got swallowed up for a short gain. Golly, we're kind of in no man's land here if we don't pick up anything, whether to go, whether to punt.
This feels like I wouldn't be shocked if we run it here.
4 down territory.
Let the clock run. Maybe kick a long field goal.
That's going to be a long one, though.
Right, but the clock will run if we run it. That's the only benefit of that.
Bryson on the speed option. He will cut it upfield, spin, and he will be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So it's going to be 4th down and long for the Pats. And do we see Hudson Hall come on and attempt a long field goal?
I think so.
I agree with Brad. I think it'll be another 30 seconds off the play clock if we do.
I do too. I think at this point you let the play clock run down, then you take a timeout at 1, and then you kick the field goal. You just don't give County High any sort of and here's the thing. With the clock operator skills, you're going to get a couple extra seconds.
Right.
Sorry, it's just reality. I find, do you not find it hard to believe they can't find somebody that knows how to do down and distance?
I mean, they've got 1,500 kids.
I mean, I'm saying they got 200 adults.
All right, so with the timeout, let's go ahead and take a break. Oh, that's it. Okay. We're up to date then, so we don't need. Okay, we'll keep it here then. It's 4th and 13 for the Pats. 35.3 seconds remaining in the first half. They lead 14-7, and we believe that Hudson Hall will come on and attempt a field goal. And how long will this field goal be? About 40, 41?
And that's why I almost think. Okay, here's the thing: if you try the field goal and you miss it, ball probably goes to the 20 because it's like a free kick, like a punt, right?
Right.
If you go for it and you don't get it, you're giving him the ball at the 24.
Right.
Worst
So
case
why not
scenario.
go for it?
That's what I'm saying.
I think the odds are better to make the first down than Hudson to make that long of a field goal.
Well, it is a long field goal. That's certainly outside of the range that we've ever seen for Hudson, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think you may be right. I don't know that I still like the fact that we ran it and got the play clock or the game clock down, and now we're sitting here with the ball in our hands. And even here's the other thing. Bryson's probably going to have an opportunity to run around for a second, at least you think so, to find an open receiver, a few seconds. So in my head, we don't do anything with it. We don't get a first down. County High gets the ball with 30 seconds left there at the 24-yard line.
Yep. Right here, if you have that magic play in your pocket that you've been holding in, this would be a good time to run it.
You're right.
Wow, this has not been a thing of beauty here tonight, guys.
No, it hasn't. Hasn't been clean at all. And one of our points
sloppy.
was allowing County to hang around, which they've done right now.
Yep, for sure.
It's been muddied up a little bit, and we are keeping the offense on the field going for it,
Yes,
guys.
Bryson in shotgun, 3 wide receivers to the right side, 1 to the left on the short side of the field.
Timeout, County High, guys.
And County High calls the timeout as we continue on with the chess game.
The way they set that up, just so we can take a look at it, you had trips to the far side of the field. Everybody looks to be in man coverage. You had 2 safeties over the top, and then you had Caden Smith to the near side with single coverage, but with a safety helping. If you've got 2 safeties, you think, okay, if you're County High, you got 1 safety that's dedicated to double teaming Caden, and you got one safety that's dedicated to double teaming the other three.
The other three
Right.
guys. Not good numbers right
there. You got 4 guys to 3 on the right side or to the field, and then you have 2 guys to 1 to the boundary. And obviously you set up some sort of situation where maybe you can trick them and get an open receiver by running some crisscross routes, something like that. But at the same time, remember, you also have a very worthy receiver. Javion Lowe has caught a few passes out of the backfield.
Yeah.
And so maybe that could be, maybe runs a little Texas route. You've got a lot of guys in pass coverage. You're forcing somebody at the linebacker position to cover a running back. Texas route would be great right there. Clear those defensive backs out. And then Jacoby Harris, who's a really good receiver.
Absolutely.
And to me, let's see if he runs a little Texas route right here and maybe runs something over the middle.
All right, the same formation for the Pats. Jacoby is in the backfield. Bryson back to pass. Bryson slings this one. He's got an open man in the end zone, and it is caught. Jordan Chambers-Smith for the touchdown for the Pats. 28.5 seconds remaining here in the first half, and the Pats extend the lead to 20-7.
That is huge. I cannot understate how big that was for so many different reasons. The half has been mucked up. It's been ugly. County High hung around to their credit, and then Hillcrest with a dagger before the end of the half and still getting the ball to start the second.
There's an unsung hero on that play that I'll comment on as soon as hopefully Hudson bangs this through to make it a 14-point lead.
Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center extra point attempt coming from Hudson Hall. Snap placement. Kick is up. The kick is good. 21-7 Pats over the Cats.
Who was the running back right there?
Jacoby Harris.
Jacoby Harris picked up that blitz right there and allowed Bryson another half second to be able to allow Jordan Chambers-Smith to come out of the break and catch it. Great job. They've been pressuring Bryson the last few plays. Great job picking it up. Great pass, great execution. That changes the whole outlook of this half right now.
From
it being muddied up to it now being up 2 scores, hopefully stopping them here, then getting the ball to start the third quarter.
Yes, and the Pats had just given up that touchdown to make it a 1-score game, and here to score with 28 seconds left, and like you said, Brad, getting the ball first in the second half is huge.
Well, and the other thing, and I think I mentioned this earlier, where it felt like that we weren't winning by as much. I guess in my head, it feels like I see the score and I see we're winning, but doesn't it just – I guess it just feels like we should or could be winning by more.
Yeah. Yes.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yes.
And because of that, it's almost like you didn't take advantage of the opportunities that you felt like you did have, but having that touchdown right there changes my mindset a little bit on all that.
Absolutely.
Yep. 21 points certainly feels a lot better than 14.
Here's the sky kick to the right side, fielded by K.J. Jackson. He goes east and west, and he's brought down at the 24-yard line. Cats will start there first and 10.
Yeah, the initial contact was by wide receiver Trent Curley right there. Did a good job not allowing him to really even set up any sort of play.
Now, man, if you're County High, sure. The problem with this situation, if you're County High, obviously you'd like to potentially just get into the half unscathed. You can say, okay, we'll take a knee. The only problem is, fellas, they do not get the ball. They're about to have 2 defensive possessions in a row. And that's a tough way to end the half because you can't just probably take a knee and then, you can, but it just sets up for a difficult proposition for your team.
Well, if you've got a team that's going for broke, they're going to try to get something here.
Just could be disastrous. Is the only problem.
Well, it's going to be a draw play to K.J. Jackson, and he'll be brought down by Zay Hall at about the 24-yard line. No gain, and I think that'll probably end the half, wouldn't you think? But the clock stops.
Why does it stop?
Okay, now it's running. Okay, so that's probably going to be the last play.
Stop?
No idea.
That doesn't. There's absolutely zero reason for the clock to stop there.
Let it go.
It's atrocious.
It's all right.
All right, then you let replays go, and I'll let that go. How about that? Yeah.
All right, it's halftime. Pats up 21-7. We're back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Nice students and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard, in the shadow of Bryant-Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at BamaStuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran owned and operated.
So when I finally got into college, I remember that a lot of the finances were now not on my parents but on me. I remember telling my teller this, and she had such amazing advice to set up 2 savings accounts. One could be used solely to build up, and then the other could be used for emergencies, and I still have both of those accounts to this day. The Alabama Credit Union employees really have your back and are willing to do everything in order to give you great service.
So Ignite is a high school student employment initiative. We have a summer job fair, and a lot of employers have hired students from the summer job fair.
If you are not involved in Ignite, you should be involved in Ignite. It will be the best decision that you will make for your company in the hiring process.
It's an opportunity to grow your own workforce, to mentor young people. You can help give back to the community by helping students engage in a productive activity.
All right, we are back. It's the Stephen Fikes All-State Halftime Show. The Pats leading the Cats 21-7 here at the half. The Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band has made their way onto the field, and they will be performing for us here in just a moment. After that, we'll come back. We'll take a look at the stats, as we always do, and we'll do our usual halftime hijinks. But right now, let's listen to the Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band. You get to see them from behind when we're on the road. So here they are, the backside of the Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band. you go. Avery Hale obviously really likes the band. The Pride of Patriot Parkway Marching Band. The Hillcrest Patriots from behind. And, guys, we're going to continue on with the Stephen Fikes All-State Halftime Show. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Two Gals Salon stat line, as we always do.
I love it.
And, guys, you know, it's your time. Now you've had a lot of time to think about what your guesses are for the total
that's what
yardage.
I've been doing.
Can we add a category? Can we add penalty yards or something? That feels appropriate.
Yeah, actually, I think you're going to be surprised that this is accurate. But go ahead and make your guesses as far as the total yards. Let's start with County High.
County High total offensive yardage.
Total offensive.
You go ahead, Brad.
Okay.
Like we do every week.
I'll start with, I'll say County High 75.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I was thinking a little lower, so I'll stick with it and say 63.
105.
Oh, that's wrong. It's 63.
70 on the ground. 70 on the ground and 35 through the air. All right, what about Hillcrest?
Okay, I'll start there. Oh, golly. We've had those 3 drives there. We stagnated quite a bit. You said County had 103. I'll go a little more than that. I'll say 151. God, that feels high.
To me, I don't know. I think I might go a little higher.
Okay.
I'll say 170.
You guys are both way off.
Okay.
236.
Wow.
Listen to this: 213 on the ground and 33 through the air.
How many were on?
How
many of that were on the last touchdown? 24.
That was
somewhere around there. Yeah.
24. It was right
so we
on
only
the 24.
had 9 yards besides that through the air.
Yeah.
That play on the first touchdown drive, and that's it.
That much.
Yeah.
It's been mostly runs for sure.
Now, there have been a few pass plays, but they've been incompletions.
Right, and I'll be honest, County's done a good job selling out, getting pressure on Bryson.
Boy, they sure have.
Where they designed passes, but he scrambled around.
Yeah. I want you to make a couple of other guesses here. We talked about all the penalties in this game. See if you can guess how many penalty yardage, what penalty yardage is for both teams.
Total combined or each?
Individually, which?
I'll say Hillcrest has, 75 yards, and County has 40.
I feel like that might be a little high. I'll go Hillcrest 65. And I will say County High with 30.
Okay, pretty close. Hillcrest 4 penalties for 55. County High 5 for 34.
Huh.
How about time of possession? This is kind of a surprising stat to me.
I love time of possession as a statistic. I don't know. In the general scheme of statistics. Okay, I'll say Hillcrest out of 24 minutes. I'll say Hillcrest with 16.
Oh, I was thinking a little less. I'll say 14.
You want to try 9:52 for Hillcrest and 12:14 for County High?
You misled me because I will say that first drive of the game for County. I mean, actually,
They've
I guess
had the
the first
ball a
two
lot.
in the first quarter, Hillcrest only had it. You know, they only scored that one possession. They had the second time as the clock ended for the first quarter. And so I guess
we took over with what 5:40, 5:30 left.
But this
in that
can't be right.
last possession.
That doesn't add up to 24 minutes.
Well, time of possession is a really difficult thing because when do you change? You change generally as soon as the ball is possessed by the other team. But sometimes it can be difficult to track because it's in the middle of a play, punt.
What I'm saying is, if that last drive was 5 minutes,
gotcha.
we only possessed it for 4.5 minutes the rest of the game. I don't know. That doesn't feel right to me.
Let's look at some of the individual stats, guys. Christian Ritchie having a monster game. 8 carries for 107 yards and a touchdown. Bryson was 6 for 48, but Bryson has been harassed all night long in the backfield, but somehow breaking free and scrambling and picking up
and a
positive
lot of
yardage.
Christians came on that first drive. What was it, a 60-yard run down this near side?
So if you're County, you're saying, okay, we're not going to allow Bryson to throw a deep ball. We're just going to come at him all night long and make him make quick decisions.
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't really think it's a good move, though, because we got some strong running backs. Jacoby with 5 carries for 36. Bryson is 2 for 7 through the air for 33 yards and a touchdown.
Bryson's, here's the funny thing. And on one hand, I would say Griffin Armstrong would make a lot of fun of me on this one. But on one hand, you have Bryson who feels fairly elusive. But at the same time, he's not gaining a whole lot of positive yardage when he's around there spinning and avoiding sacks. One time we were like,
he's not losing yardage, though, which is the main
true.
thing.
He evaded a sack on one of the plays on the first guy as he moved to our left, and he picked up 2 yards.
Right.
So it was like, what an amazing play, and then it's like, oh, it's still 2nd and 18.
But certainly better than 2nd and 38.
Correct.
Though. I think, like you said, Brent, sometimes it's not just about yards gained, but yards not lost. Yes.
Yards lost, yeah. Okay, guys, let's move on. Let's go to the RSV Design scoreboard update because we've got some interesting region games going on around the state tonight, and particularly Class 7A Region 3.
Okay, I'll start with Class 7A. I was on 6A. While we're thinking about 6A here, by the way, I've got Hueytown and Northridge. Oh, no. Look, of course.
Real quick, while you're doing it now, going back to 7A Region 3, a team we will see soon, Prattville, is trailing Vestavia 35-0 right now.
35-6.
35-6. Okay,
Sorry.
so they do get on the board
right there.
Is that in
the third quarter?
That was at halftime.
Okay.
Right now, the number 1 versus the number 2 teams, not Region 3. Halfway through the second quarter, Auburn's up on Central Phoenix City, 21-13 right now.
Interesting.
No doubt. And
Thompson and Hewitt at the half. That's a big region matchup for us, of course. Thompson leads Hewitt in Alabaster 8-0 at the half.
Good game. Nice defensive struggle there.
And
what
I had an Oak Mountain score earlier, but I've seen to lost.
I've got that one.
Okay, what we got for Oak Mountain?
I've got Hoover leads Oak Mountain 14-3.
14-3.
Third quarter?
Third quarter is what this says, yes. Also in the third quarter, I had Hueytown 21, Northridge 10.
Okay, another one, kind of Hillcrest interest. Oxford led by Sam Adams. They are up just 7-0 against Pell City right now, so a bit of a struggle early for them.
All right, guys. We need to move on to our college picks if we're going to have time to do this. So let's move on to the college picks.
Who's our sponsor of scoreboard again?
RSV.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How could you not know that?
No. I know they do it all the time, but for some reason you said Two Gal Salon a second ago.
That was Statline.
I know Statline, but it just had me confused because I wasn't listening very well.
And Tiger Rock is the sponsor of our college football preview. Thank you, Tiger Rock, Tyler, and all those guys down there on Patriot Parkway. All right, let's look at the results from last week.
Yes.
He's still on fire, 4-0-1.
Let's spend more time on this.
Overall, he is 16-8-1. I was 2-2-1 last week. I stay at 500, 12-12-1. Brad, 1-3-1, down to 8-16.
I only have a good week once every season.
You had a good week 2 weeks ago.
Thanks.
Go
Maybe
ahead.
I'll
Let's check out the games that we have on tap for this week. All right, so we've got Auburn, 24.5-point dog to the Dogs. Georgia, of course, number 5 after taking that beat down from the Crimson Tide, right? Well, beat down in the first quarter.
Oh, listen, I'm humbling victory. I'm humbling victory.
All right, so Auburn 24.5-point dog on the Plains. Who wants to go first? I'm not on the Plains, between the hedges.
Yeah, I'll start. I mean, I realize to me that seems like a low line to me. Auburn, very tough loss against Oklahoma. I think their win percentage at one point was at 94% for that game. So I'll go ahead and take Georgia to cover the pretty big number right there and get back on the winning track.
Well, as it stands right now, with me being a few games behind you, I'm going to have to take some chances in order to get back in this. And this is one that I kind of feel like could go either way. So I'm going to go with Auburn and take the points.
Auburn, got it. Okay, I'm writing these down.
What you got?
I'm going to take Georgia just to make it short. Auburn.
I think Georgia will bounce back. Huh?
Yeah,
I think Georgia's shown some chinks in their armor in these past 2 games.
And here's the other thing I thought about, and I don't want to take up a lot of time because I know we got other games, but it's like, do we really know? Are we sure we know? Kentucky, are they bad? Are they good?
They beat Ole Miss in Oxford.
Again, who has Ole Miss beaten? A hapless Wake Forest team.
Well, but they've beaten everybody by 70.
That's my point. I mean, I'm just saying, Tennessee beat Kent State by 70.
He's right, though. I mean, listen, Georgia may not be Georgia,
to tell right now. You're
I'm
right.
not
It's still hard to tell.
I'm just not sure we know.
Speaking of Ole Miss, they're on the road at South Carolina, 9.5-point favorites. And, Brad, I'm going to let you go first on this one.
Okay, Ole Miss at South Carolina. Man, see, I'm telling you, this feels like that feels like a pretty big line to me. Because Ole Miss, you think, Ole Miss is so good. They're a national championship contender. They have a lot of transfers. And then South Carolina, sneaky, 3-1. They won big at Kentucky. Remember, Kentucky possibly is good. I don't know that yet. The only loss, sneaky win by LSU in Columbia. And South Carolina, remember, was winning that game. I don't know that I have any reason to pick Ole Miss here. 9.5 points, though, is a tough one. But I'm taking the Gamecocks.
All right, what you got, Brian?
You know what? I am as well. That, like a home dog right there, getting almost a full 10 points. I'd like it too. I think I like Lane Kiffin to maybe pull out the victory, but that feels like a big number to me. So I'm going to take USC East as well.
Okay, my strategy in picking this one was to see what you two guys pick.
Right.
And since I need to come back on you And since Brad picked South Carolina,
good point.
With Brad picking South Carolina, I've got a good chance of being right with Ole Miss, so I'm going to go with Ole Miss.
That's a good strategy.
Well, hotty-toddy. Hotty-toddy.
All right, the Texas A&M Aggies are a 2.5-point favorite at home against the Missouri Tigers. A lot of folks saying that Missouri is just kind of faking it right now. They were expected to be great, and they are 5-0, but a very unimpressive 5-0. I'll go ahead and pick first on this one. I think the Aggies win this one and maybe win it convincingly, double digits.
You took A&M, Brent?
Yep.
Well, you're going to be very happy because I'm going the other way.
All right. Here's
honestly,
my comeback week.
And I know I just went against what I said, going with the road team here, but like you said, maybe Mizzou is playing a little bit of sandbag right here, but I think Mizzou, by no means do I think they're great, but I think they will cover that 2.5 points, though.
That's one of those games that will the real team please stand up and the pretender sit down.
Right.
All right, Brad, what you got?
I'll take Texas A&M. I think I agree with you, and that means we lost. So, sorry, Brian's going to be right.
I hope so.
Well, all right. Okay, Bama, 23-point favorite over the Commodores of Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt looking a little bit better than most people expected them to be this year, staying in some close games with some quality opponents. Bama coming off the big victory over Georgia. Brad, I'll let you go first.
Vanderbilt says they got dogs, too. They said they practice and prepare just like Bama. So I think the Commodores are ready for a big fight in their new, or at least in currently improving stadium as they add some end zone bleachers for the first time. Now, I just don't know the Vandy's any good. I don't know. Their quarterback, they are tough, but I just don't know that they have a 23-point loss in them. So I'm taking Alabama.
Okay, what you got, Brian?
Yeah,
Plus, if I'm going to be wrong, I'm taking
You're going to take Bama.
I don't pick against Alabama. I can't.
Well, it's not picking against Alabama, but I think Alabama will win the game, and also trying to come back on you here, too. I think this is a good risk with Vanderbilt, a 23-point underdog, because I think Bama's, riding high and Vanderbilt playing at home. I think Bama will be a little bit sluggish.
So you're not taking Alabama.
Right. Well, I'm picking Alabama to win the game, but I'm picking Vanderbilt to stay within the 23. Gotcha. Okay. Tennessee, 13.5-point favorite over the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Brad, start us off with your team.
Okay. This shows, golly, guys, I will be honest. I think Tennessee's pretty good. I don't know that Tennessee's the fourth best team in the country. That's just my opinion, and I watch him as much as anybody.
Of course.
Nico's good, but he's a freshman. Our defense is really good, but at the same time, are they? It's not like Oklahoma has proven to be real offensive, right? What great offensive team has Tennessee played so far? None. So far our defense looks stellar against crap,
Okay.
And so I'm just not so sure that Tennessee can beat Arkansas on the road by 2 touchdowns. I'll take a win by 1, which I think is much more likely than by us to cover 14. Now, obviously I cannot take Arkansas. Ultimately, I'm going to take Tennessee.
Right.
But I have to admit, I think 13.5 is really high.
So you are going with Tennessee.
I'm going with Tennessee, but I mean,
this is where you and I differ.
I know,
because
I'm not picking
even though I'm going to pull for my team, obviously.
Yeah.
If I logically and realistically think they're not going to win by the point spread, then I'm going to pick the other team.
Yeah, I can't be logical with Alabama. I can't at any point ever root against them.
I always think we have a chance, no matter what the odds.
Like if they were up 27 and Vandy was driving, the last thing I would want to have to do is root for Vandy. No parts of me.
I will take the loss.
Yeah, I can't take an L
I'm not going to pull. I'm not going to pull for Vandy to stay within 23.
I can't hedge with Alabama.
I want Alabama to win by 50, but logically, I don't think they will. I will be happy if they do.
Right.
I will not be pulling for Vandy to be within the point spread.
So you're rooting for yourself to lose.
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes, but that'll be a nice consolation.
Okay.
If Alabama doesn't win by more than 23.
I see it differently, but that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, we got to make our picks on Tennessee and Arkansas.
Yeah, I'm going to take Arky for every reason Brad outlined of what he said, and then obviously he couldn't go against his team. I'll take Arkansas to cover the laying the 13.5 if I can get it out.
All right, so continuing on with my strategy to try to get back in the game here, and with this one being one that I've kind of gone back and forth on, after hearing your pick, I'm going to go with Tennessee.
I understand.
Although I'll be wrong because Brad
did
picked
you
Tennessee.
You were successful and you went against me every time.
Every time. This is the week.
No doubt. So
okay. We'll see.
No doubt.
Odds are not with me.
I don't know, man. It's not like I do a lot of research on these.
Yeah, but you look at your record there.
I finished dead last 3 games below 500 last year. I'm
but
telling
this year you are on fire.
No, I am on fire. Don't you put that jinx on me, Brent Jones. I can feel you trying to jinx me. I know this mojo. It's the same mojo I try to put on you two. All right?
You guys would just about have to quit for me to catch you. So
we just won't pick any more games the rest of the year.
Actually, the quit would have to equal losses.
Well, the funny thing though is,
Brad
you lose
if you don't pick.
Yeah,
all 3 of us are in another pick 'em, for a candy bar with another former colleague, and I believe Brad, you're ahead of either of us in that. So. Like if your picks,
is he really?
Yeah, I think if you look at it,
that.
and mine is the same way. My picks here don't always correspond with that.
Right.
But here we go, starting the third
quarter.
quarter.
But this is all that matters.
Yes, you're exactly right. You're exactly right.
This is for all the marbles.
That's right. Pride.
Oh, yes, and this game matters too. And here we go.
Hey, Steven Sims just asked who picked these mascots. It's me, Sims. It's me. I make this graphic. I love my graphics.
I mean, Steve, what's your doubt? Did you think Brad and I picked that freaking
Arkansas
cheerleader red cup? The stupid red cup.
I love my mascots. Let's get the game action here.
Yes.
Okay,
another onside kick.
Another onside kick for County.
We got it
Sorry
again.
we missed it, but Hillcrest did recover
nobody
it,
got
believe.
nobody got it.
Oh, went out of bounds. Went out of bounds.
Well, that's a long onside kick, considering the clock's still running.
Yeah.
But
wow,
back to the mascots. I try to pick a strange.
The clock's still running, though. Yeah,
yeah it is.
I hate to beat a dead horse, but I did save Brent. I will
running.
not get on it.
Okay. I wouldn't think they'd hot clock this early. It's only 2 scores.
Now, I will say the officials do have it, and they're waving the clock to stop.
They stopped it.
And they're going to have to reset it to
Well, it's supposed to stop whether it goes out of bounds or not.
That's
At the end of the kickoff, the change of possession.
Right.
Well, not really change of possession.
Well, but you're right. Technically, that is a change of possession.
Well, after the kickoff, the clock stops and starts again on first down.
I know they'll get it right, though. I mean, they've gotten it right all night.
Yeah, I mean, they've done such a good job.
Okay, they reset the clock to 11:54.
Well, good job.
Hey.
Brent, your mascots are great, dude. I appreciate all your hard work.
Thank you.
I'm being 100% sincere.
I have fun with that.
Look, and
see, it got the attention of him, right?
There
That's
you
what
go.
it's all
Very
about.
exactly right.
We do give you a hard time. We do expect perfection, and we don't always get it. But your effort level is high.
No doubt.
Yeah, thank you so much.
It's true.
Thank you.
I'm serious. Serious.
The clock is running now for no apparent reason.
Jeez, why is the clock running?
It is.
Well,
there's no play run. I mean, it shouldn't run. We're back to it's still running.
The clock, they're like waiting.
Okay.
Why is the clock running?
Still running.
I'm okay with the clock running.
Me
We're up
too.
by 2
I'm
scores,
good.
right?
I don't like that.
There's no reason, though.
Okay, the official is standing over the ball. Not really sure what the delay is
I'm
here.
sure. My guess is there's a score clock malfunction. Yeah. I don't think somebody is just
You think it's the scoreboard? Yeah, right. Because it's down to 11:07, and we're all just standing around now.
I mean, now we got each team. Other teams are kind of County High Hillcrest kids shaking hands.
It's
Jacoby
Harris
and number 21 for the county for the Wildcats.
Man,
well, this clock's just going to run out, and the game's going to end. I mean,
I hope
21-7. I'm okay with that.
We better go to the C-list material, boys.
Well, the good news is we have plenty of it.
Yeah.
Because most of our material is definitely C-list.
Most people are like, my gosh, this has been the A-list.
And now the clock is jumping like 2 seconds at a time.
Well, now that's probably a typical thing. By the way, for the video board, it's a wireless connection. And so a lot of these things don't connect wireless. I mean, they just don't connect very well sometimes.
We're getting an
Frequencies can mess up. No, I think they're playing music. Bring them out. Unless that's a request.
Well, what are they going to do here? Just let the clock run
they're going to
turn it off.
Or that or keep it on the field,
Yeah, just turn it off.
Let's just do a hard reset, guys.
Gosh knows we're good at that.
Oh, my goodness. And, I made a bad choice at halftime because I needed to take a restroom break.
Well,
but I didn't.
You got some
and now
time,
the game's
Brent.
being extended. I've got like 9 minutes and 48 seconds, right? Okay, now it's stopped at 9:48. Oh, gotta love high school football, right?
No doubt.
Just keep it on the field.
I know they're doing
guys.
the best they can, and I don't want to jinx anything by being critical.
I mean, of course nobody's doing this on purpose.
You've got it accurately here. You can keep it, right?
I'm sorry. I mean, my clock skills over the last 4 years have been stellar. I never get involved in the game and look down and realize I'm 3 minutes off.
All right, it did stop.
That's
at
a
9
start.
minutes and
Stopped at
48
9:48.
seconds.
I know. It's been that way for a couple of minutes now.
But by the way, in the defense of the Cats, last week I had to steal a panel from the basketball score clock and put it on the football clock
with 90 minutes to kickoff
to make it work correctly.
Ah.
Because somebody in our press box dropped the game clock and the 2 was stuck, and so it literally just kept adding 2. And so that obviously cannot happen.
Hey,
and so I had to
technology
check
is
the pen.
great when it works,
Yeah.
right? And, you know, obviously we never have any technical issues here on this
Right.
broadcast,
Right.
Never.
So I assume
we didn't have, like, shots of Bryson Kimbrough between every play.
Listen, I mean, maybe Bryson paid a lot of
In the
money
first
for
quarter.
ads. Maybe our listeners just don't know
This
that.
replay brought to you by Bryson Kimbrough.
Yes.
Of course, he did have a lot of highlights in
Right.
the first half, so especially that first quarter.
I have no idea what's going
All right,
on.
what are we doing?
11 minutes and 54 seconds.
Yeah,
I know
that is correct.
Maybe I'll try to keep it on my watch. How about that?
Well, you know, Brian's keeping it over here. He knows the rules of when the clock's supposed to stop.
I mean, I can look at
You
that
just-
white hat.
You
Yep,
just
that's all
pay
you gotta
extra
do.
close attention
Yeah.
so our
Now,
viewers
shouldn't there be
can see what the actual time is, or at least somewhat what the actual time
sure.
is. So really focus on your job with that clock now, Coach P.
There's no way anybody should look at my clock and even think it's any semblance of accuracy.
Bryson keeps it over right guard, breaks tackles into Wildcat territory down to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 12 and enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down. So you stop the clock there.
I did.
Yes. Wait for that official to signal the clock to run, correct? Isn't that what you do? Yep, there you go.
Yeah,
so there
we're
you
good.
Go. Yeah.
Now,
So we can get
generally, I'll look at the clock and do that
Yes.
because the clock operator and the official are not
but just
always
imagine
synced.
now that you are the clock operator in the press box.
That's what I'm doing. I'm ready. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. He's ready.
And you're keeping it over there, too, huh?
I'm keeping it just to see how close
All
P
right.
and I are.
All right, that'll be great. All right, Bryson in an empty set, 3 to the left, 2 to the right. He looks to the right, completes it on the right side. Down the sideline, Caden Smith. Nice pickup of about, is that 10? Yeah, 10.
Yeah, it's a
so
first down.
it's
Yep.
another Stephen Fikes
There
All-State
we
first
go.
down at the 32 of the Cats.
The good news for Stephen Fikes is, regardless of the team, he gets his
no
name
kidding.
called every first down.
Well, and yeah, and he's paying
Well,
for
and we
it, too.
appreciate we appreciate half
deserves
of
it.
his local advertising.
Listen, by the way, the deal before the game, I do want to mention that later. Please don't let me forget. I do want to say thanks to Stephen Fikes.
Oh,
for that.
yeah, about the competition.
I thought that was great.
Yeah. I formation for the Pats. The snap, the belly G. Oh, and look
Go.
at Christian Ritchie breaking free down inside the 10,
Yes,
inside the
Christian.
5, down to the 4. It'll be first and goal. Stephen Fikes first and goal for the Pats.
Yes, nice. And the clock will stop again. First and goal from the 3?
That's what I got.
Okay.
First and goal from the 3 right now. I got 11-12 left in this this quarter.
Now you
Okay.
don't.
See, I've
Did
got,
you start it?
It's funny.
I did.
I've got 11:04, but so we're close.
I mean,
Obviously, we're not accurate.
I'm at 11 on the dot now.
Bryson under center. Takes the snap, hands it off to Christian once again. This time he's met at the line of scrimmage. Stacked up right there at the 3. It'll be second and goal from the 3.
Well done by the defensive front for County High. They kind of just had too many defenders for Christian to break through the tackle. And, you know, you got to run plays like that every once in a while.
Sure
Keep
you
defensive
do.
honest. Defense has got to be honest. Otherwise, you're just going to be running right up the gut. Nicely done, though, by that County High front 7.
I formation for the Pats. 2 wides to the wide side of the field on the left side.
Oh,
Whistles
man.
as Christian Ritchie goes into the end zone, but I think the Pats are going to be backed up 5 yards for a false start.
Let's see.
Here we go again.
Man, goodness gracious. I didn't.
Brent, you said 6 for 65 in the first
That's
half?
offsides on us. Offsides on us.
Lined
I mean,
up.
Jeez.
Offsides, I guess. Interesting. 55.
55.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Goodness
4
gracious.
for 55 in penalties.
4 for 55?
4
okay.
for 55,
So we're
right.
at 5 for 60 now.
Feels like a lot. It
It
feels
does
like
feel
it feels
a
like
lot.
more.
Yeah,
It feels like
it
more.
does feel like more as well.
It feels like something that's been going on all season long,
It does,
too. That
and that's
we
a
just
lot of the youth.
cannot
It is. I
seem
was
to
just about to
kick.
say,
youth.
Even in the
youth.
big win
Yes,
last
You're
week.
right.
Bryson in shotgun now on 1st and goal from the 8.
Job.
Bryson throws this one out of the back of the end zone before he gets plastered. So it'll be 3rd down and goal now.
Yeah, underrated by Bryson right there. You know, honestly, heavy pressure right there. He knew his reads, knew he had nobody, threw it out of the back of the end zone, lived to play another down. 3rd and goal from the 7 right there. Kind of goes back to what we said about Bryson in the first half. Some of his best plays are not losing yards.
And to stick with the County High theme, they are not going to give Bryson a whole lot of time.
And the clock on the field.
And there's a
now looks like the Pats will get 5 back as Bryson does the hard count and draws the anxious Cats off.
We'll get 3.5 back.
It's good.
Right.
Yep. Brian, I know what you were about to say.
Yeah.
The game clock is just about right.
Just about right. I got it at 9:46.
I literally have 9:48.
Okay.
So, but whatever the case is,
either
it's
way,
close.
yep.
All right, so now 3rd and goal from the 4 for the Pats.
Isn't that interesting that he blew the play clock? He just blew the clock in.
Did he? Dang it!
Did.
I didn't see it. I was watching him. I know.
He didn't blow it in before. I didn't think.
Yeah, he did.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah. Here's a handoff to Christian Ritchie, who walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots, as they extend the lead to 27-7.
Yes, nicely done. And again, Christian Ritchie hitting the hole hard, running north to south with a lot of energy and with a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
And I love how you get that speed up quickly.
And I did not see the kind of the same fire out of that Tuscaloosa County defense that I did in the first half. I thought they had a good job being enthusiastic. That drive there looked like they understood this game. That last touchdown, maybe a tough one to overcome.
Looks like the scoreboard is frozen completely because they were unable to put the score on the board as well.
That's a shame.
Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center extra point is up and good, 28-7.
Brad, what do you have time?
I've got 9 minutes and 35 seconds.
Okay, I got us at 32.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I mean, now that's all I care about. Yeah. Obviously, I want to win, but I'm like, all right, my gosh, I got to beat Brad in real time. All right? Once he kept clock and made it a competition, it took me to a whole new level.
To me, it was more like one of us is between the two of us. It's got to be close.
You're exactly right.
But so somewhere around 9 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the 3rd.
Correct.
And nicely done, Hillcrest up. By the way, Zach Toll getting up on that board, standing up. I mean, I'll be honest with you, that makes me really nervous.
Yeah, me too.
I need to go down there and do push-ups again,
No.
right?
No,
Like
you don't.
Hey, listen, at the Bama-Georgia game, just for fun, I was at a party and my friends convinced me to do push-ups again.
Okay.
I thought that'll be a low-scoring game, won't be that hard. I ended up doing 133 total push-ups.
Man, I'd have made it through like 6.
I didn't do the final touchdown, but I did it all the way through before the last touchdown. 133 push-ups.
Man. No,
talk about sore. You want to talk about sore?
I can't even spell that.
All right, Hudson Hall on for the Hillcrest tennis kickoff. High and short, fielded at the 15-yard line. Up to the 30, brought down at about the 34 where the Cats will start. What do you got, 926? What do you got, 928?
928,
I got 6, yeah.
Remember, he was a little ahead of me, too. So.
Is this a competition? I mean, how do you win, though?
I mean, there's no winning.
By being right.
How do you know
there's no
if
way.
you're right,
I mean, we don't know.
No,
it's more of an accuracy,
and I did notice, by the way, the clock changed again. Although we still, according to the scoreboard, have 21 points. It's now at 11:56.
Yeah.
I know this is shocking, but an apparently unnecessary whistle. Okay, another making sure our sideline back. Yeah.
Sideline,
obviously.
Yes. Sideline.
Our sideline looks.
Yep. It looked pretty crazy over there.
Yeah, look at them.
One of them was trying to work the clock, but they kicked them off the field.
Yeah.
So.
What are they saying now? White Hat saying something.
Are they talking to Jeff Hinton?
Yeah.
Who talking to who?
Jeff,
I don't know.
Jeff
Hinton
there on the sideline.
Been
like the
10
official
years.
with the white cap was talking to him.
I think it was a guy.
He kind of shrugged his shoulders.
No, it was a different guy.
Okay.
There's a dad over there. Now they're asking a different guy to move off the field.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so first and 10 for the Cats. Handoff to
There you
KJ
go.
Jackson, met in the backfield. Big pile, finally the whistle.
In my opinion.
Loss of a yard.
And this is just, obviously, my opinion means nothing. I feel like they're letting the plays go on just a little longer than they probably need to. And I'm saying that because that contributes to unsportsmanlike conduct, personal fouls, and the play's dead. Blow it dead. And I mean, I'm not saying that they got it wrong. I'm just saying it feels like they're letting them play a little longer than maybe I like. How about that?
When the pile isn't really moving.
Correct. I just feel like it may contribute to penalty yardage and potential brouhaha.
Dotson in shotgun. The snap. Play action. He rolls out to his right.
Wow. It's down.
Slings it downfield, and it's caught at about the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 12 and enough for a first down. I guess it is a Stephen Fikes All-State first down here, too. We haven't seen Stephen Fikes up on the scoreboard very much. His video image comes up on the scoreboard with him saying first down in a referee shirt, but we haven't seen that a whole lot of times.
No, I'll be honest with you. That's probably, I don't know how much he's paying for that sponsorship, but currently it's
not paying off.
No, but his price per first down is probably pretty substantial.
He's had a few on the other side over here.
Right.
I will say, and his kid is on there, which is probably pretty fun.
The snap, screen pass out to the left side, complete. Tackle made after about a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I would guess that would be pretty cool.
No doubt. Was that his kid on the video board as well?
75 is. I'm pretty sure 75 is Stephen Fikes' kid. He's a big tackle. I mean, he just chose the wrong school, but
right.
All right, let's see. We got 7:33 and counting remaining in the third. Pats up 28-7 for those of you listening. Those of you watching, you can see it on the bottom of the screen. Play action pass. Zipped across the middle and complete at the 41-yard line. Down to the 36-yard line. Another pickup for the Cats and a first down.
I have some I'm sorry. I have some friends that are texting suggesting that the scoreboard isn't working proper, that it is working properly, but it isn't, if you know what I mean. That's just the suggestion.
Right.
Because it's supposed to be 28-7 and somehow it doesn't work right.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's okay.
We know what the real score is. It's
That's
okay.
Right. That's right.
The snap, faked a little pitch out. Dotson keeps it, but he's met in the backfield. Good job coming up by Brooks Folks and Tavion Johnson to bring him down. Loss of 3, 2nd down and 13. Is that 2 or is that 3? That looks more like 3.
I agree with you, Brent. More like 3.
They're saying 2, and Brian's saying 2.
What am I saying? Oh, I'm saying, yeah.
That looks more like 3 to me.
Sure, we'll change it to 3. There we go.
Okay. Thank you.
I wonder if anybody's trying to get the clock to
I don't know. I mean, maybe they got a refrigerator repairman like Baldwin County.
Yeah. A little shovel pass.
Yeah, a little shuffle pass and speed around the edge. 20-yard line, 15-10, and into the end zone for the touchdown. Goes the Wildcats number 4. No penalties on the play, and the Cats cut it to 28-13.
Golly. We were just starting to have fun up here. Now it's getting serious down on the field again.
That was some speed on the edge.
I know.
That was fast as lightning, wasn't he?
Who's number 4? Let's see who is he so we can give him some credit.
Fast
He
Jones.
was moving.
He was fast.
I'll get him here. Number 4 is Cam Hood, the wide receiver. He needs to have the ball in his hands more for the Wildcats.
He was lightning.
Sure was. Here's the extra point attempt. It is up, and it is good. 28-14. Let's see if the scoreboard works now.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
If you don't think I wasn't looking, I'm telling you.
Quick RSB Design scoreboard update. Speaking of that, Central pulls back on top of Auburn right now with a 30-yard touchdown run. They're up 27-21 over Auburn with 8.5 left in the third quarter.
And to clarify, that's Central of Phoenix.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Central
7A.
Phoenix, yeah, the number 1 team in 7A, correct.
Somebody needs to update the scoreboard. I wonder if Robin Spence Vanderpool could get up here and update the scoreboard and make it work.
She probably could. I think she probably could. She updates our scoreboard. You know?
Yeah. What have you got? 558? What do you
I
have?
have
Brad?
558.
I've got 642.
You stopped keeping it, didn't you?
Somewhere in there.
Okay.
There was a stoppage of clock that I thought. So I mean, look, I'm not saying.
No, I could be wrong as well.
I always just figure we're somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably somewhere around 6:20.
Yep.
All right, so the Wildcats still in this
Yeah,
game,
they are.
guys.
You're right.
And a lot of time
onside
left.
kick.
2-score game.
Yep.
Here we go. Will they try another onside
Why
kick?
not? Why not?
Yep. Here
kind
it's
of.
a little pop-up kick, fielded nicely and down at the 41-yard line by number 21 for the Pats, Caden Treadway.
Hey, I agree, guys. I mean, you got nothing to lose. You're 0 for the season. You haven't beat us in a long time. You pull out all the stops. You're hoping something happens. You know, a Hillcrest kid takes it for granted,
And
bounces off somebody's helmet, something like that. It's only a 2-score game.
I like the strategy for the Pats, though, just keeping the ball on the ground and grinding out this clock.
Well, you want this, and ultimately, guys, you want this game to go by quickly.
Yep.
You want to win the game. You want to come out without any sort of injury, and then you want to get your tail on the south side of the river.
Pick up your first region win.
Yeah, no doubt. And hey, this is part of playing in 7A football. All the region games are going to be tough.
And they all count the same.
Yep.
Here's the toss sweep to Jacoby Harris.
Nice,
He
I
sticks
like
his
it.
head in there over the left end, down to the 45-yard line. Nice pickup of about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like the way he's running the ball there.
I can't.
Always.
I say this every week. The kid, has he turned 15 yet? Is he 15? Does anybody know?
I'm not sure he's 15.
I mean,
I don't
either
know that.
way, he's a freshman in high school right now. And one of y'all just mentioned 7A. My gosh, he runs hard for a 14, 15-year-old.
I have a question for you. How old is Ryan Williams? I'm having a hard time figuring that out.
Not much older
There's
than him.
Not enough information on all these sports networks to tell you how old Ryan Williams is.
No doubt.
Bryson under center, play action, throws it out to the right side, complete to Caden Smith. He's tripped up after he makes the catch at about the 46-yard line, but that's enough for a Stephen Fikes All-State first down. You know, back to the Ryan Williams thing. I think contractually, every announcer that says Ryan Williams' name has to say that he's 17
I'll be
years
honest,
old
at this
in
point,
one form or another.
if there's anybody who even follows college football on a casual level that doesn't know he's 17 years old, they must be living under a rock.
Yeah, I agree with that, boys.
Bryson in shotgun, odd formation here. Here's a handoff on a sweep to Jacoby Harris. He cuts it upfield. He crosses the 40 down to the 39-yard line. Pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
One more thought on Ryan Williams. I do, although we lost the game last year. Coach Patterson, I believe we did held Ryan Williams under 100 yards in that state quarterfinal game. I think it was 95 yards.
Yeah, he didn't have much of an impact.
Correct. Now, obviously, we had to put 5 people on him, but at the same
well,
time.
and you know what happened is it's like the other guys benefited because we're double and triple covering him.
Yeah.
But, I mean, he had a huge impact on the game from a schematic standpoint.
Sure,
for sure.
But you're right. We did hold him to fewer yards than Georgia did.
Handoff to Jacoby once again, spinning his way through over left guard, crossing the 35 down to the 34. Pickup of 6 and enough for Stephen Fikes All-State first down.
Jacoby. Man, I tell you what, all
Love the
those
way he
running
runs
backs,
the ball.
I'm telling you, they are running north to south, doing a great job. Just, you know, hey, that's the right play. Go. Now explode. And that's what they feel like they're doing.
Brent said, tick, tick, tick as well.
Yeah.
Continually running that clock right now.
We
We have
think-
it down to little close to 3.5 minutes.
How do you win football games? Good tackling, great linebacker, defensive line play, and great running game,
not
right?
rocket science
And that's what
sometimes.
we're building with all these young kids for
right.
next year.
And I will say, I think both of our lines of scrimmage have won the game so far, offensive and defensive.
Bryson will keep it this time over left guard. Spins out of 1 tackle, but only down to about the 30. Pickup of 2, 2nd and 8.
What's the time you got, Brad?
My phone is tough.
That's fine.
'cause
That's
I have
fine.
to hit it, and then
I get it.
I stopped doing it.
It's
That's fine.
9:07.
9:07. Is it really? Golly, it is 9:07.
I stopped.
Yep.
I had to. I kept having to hit it to turn it back on.
Listeners,
so it was like, forget that.
He lost it. He loses and you
That's
win.
You're the
okay.
winner.
That's
You're
all
the
right.
winner.
We're right around 3 minutes left in this third quarter. 28-14 Hillcrest Patriots.
Clock does continue to roll, though, as we're approaching 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter.
We think so.
Bryson drops back to pass. Completes it to the right side to
Get.
Christian Ritchie. Christian
Get.
down the
Yes,
sidelines
sir.
and into
Yes,
the
sir.
end zone.
Yes,
Touchdown,
sir.
Patriots. Christian Ritchie with another touchdown on the night. Dominating this football game is a beautiful sprint down the sidelines and stumble into the end zone.
There we go.
Hail to the Victors is the song that you hear. 34-14 is the score that you see.
Not on the scoreboard here.
No, but on our
But my
broadcast.
gosh.
But on our broadcast.
On our scoreboard, yeah, on our broadcast. And Hudson Hall on for the Dr. Brandy Patterson of Brookwood Women's Health Center extra point attempt. We'll see how close you are on the clock when we get to the end of the quarter.
No.
Shoot, I bet he's spot on.
No,
The snap, the placement, kick is up. The kick is good. 35-14 in favor of the Pats.
Look, as much as it pains me to say, I owe Brent, I owe you one here.
Yeah,
because,
what's that? Why?
Well, a couple weeks back, you know, you said, I'd like to make a prediction. I just like to say that I think Ryan Williams will be really good, and he will dominate college football.
Thank you.
And I said he's too young for it, and he hasn't seen this level of competition, and he will, but not yet. And you're right, and I was not right. It's like my picks.
Through 5 games. Through 5 games.
But now contractually, you're obligated to say something. Go ahead and say it. How old is he?
He's 17 years
Thank
old.
Thank you.
And I just think he's awesome. And
hey, buddy, the jerk store called. They just ran out of you.
Also, he'd be equally good on the snare drums.
He sounds just like me, doesn't he? Hey, buddy.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's a version of
okay,
you. Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
okay. Let's go. All right, we're on. Okay, we'll be on with the impression competition. Okay, yeah.
Guys,
Oh,
the
you
score
can't
is
keep,
correct.
You can't keep those
The
timeouts
score is correct.
in a big safe on the sideline.
The score on
Hey, look,
the
we like
board
to play in
is
the
correct.
phone
it is
booth.
right.
I love the way the Pats are playing in a phone booth.
Yeah.
You got that short side of the field. You can kind of get the numbers there, and you play in a phone booth.
Good kick by Hudson. That's a block and a
Fielded
pass.
at the 6,
Can't do
and
that.
the tackle at the 20.
Nice.
And who's keeping this clock? Come on. We need a scoreboard. How hard is it
I mean,
to keep a scoreboard clock?
In a school of 1,900 human beings,
Yeah.
can't find somebody
Come
to work
on,
clock?
yeah, what's good? Yeah. Come on, now, how does the field judge make that call? How does the field judge make that call? I mean, that's ridiculous.
I thought my impression was better.
I'll be honest. I give both of your impressions a solid 1 out
Oh,
of 10.
man.
They were both atrocious.
just got hit by
that
a
had to
football.
be Kamen.
Hey.
That had to be Kamen.
Come on, Kamen.
Kamen.
Oh, there's another one.
That had to be Kamen. Kamen plays
Come
softball.
on, Rick
Yeah.
Dowling, make that
Yeah.
catch.
Cayman. Now look, the Stephen Fikes ball is a bigger ball, so it
Yeah.
floats through the air more.
Yeah.
It's
We've got
physics.
tons of these out here tonight, don't we?
Yes.
All right, back to action. Dotson taking the snap, handing it off to KJ Jackson.
Nice.
He's met in the backfield by a host of Patriots. He'll lose a couple. It'll be second and 12.
Those impressions put a number on me. I think my clock's wrong now. My head was spinning trying to think of a way to break through to get those to end, and I forgot. You know.
The initial contact there by Jeremiah Beverly, pretty good by the sophomore defensive end. Certainly an impressive looking kid.
He's had a good season.
He has.
Dotson play action. Slings
Oh,
this
yeah,
one
good
across
deep.
the middle.
No!
Yeah.
Jamarian Bennett got there maybe a hair too soon.
Oh, wow, that was close. That was close. I like the read by Jamarian, though. I like the attempt. A little slant. He had zero coverage. I didn't even see a safety.
And Jamarian took a tough route right there because he had nobody behind him for help.
Yep.
He kind of went up the backside a little bit there and hit the ball down. But if that ball gets through, there's a lot of green turf.
Yeah, I didn't think that was the worst penalty ever because you're right, Brian.
So we don't take out his player of the game candidacy for that?
I'm okay with that penalty.
Okay.
I'm okay with that penalty.
Okay.
That penalty was probably not a stupid one because if you like Brian said, if you
It's
give
like
it
a
up,
split
it's gone.
second on
Yeah.
the timing off, maybe.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty close.
It could have gone with a no call.
Oh, man, did the clock
very
start?
easily.
No.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know, Brian.
It started now, yeah, for sure. They're snapping the ball, calling the signals anyway. Here's the snap. handoff to K.J. Jackson. He dances around, but he's got nowhere to go. He's met in the backfield, comes close to the original line of scrimmage, about a yard short, so it'll be 2nd and 11.
The defensive line has done a pretty good job. I don't know the statistics, and obviously we've talked about it at the half, but I would feel like the County High has not run the ball for a whole lot of yards tonight, guys.
No.
The yardage that they have gained has been on shovel pass, bubble screens. It's been on something other than traditional running.
Hey, look, the scoreboard has the score correct now.
We said that.
Oh, you did?
We said that during one of your impressions.
Guys,
oh,
guys,
sorry.
And guess what? Guess what? The coaches have great leadership.
Here's a pass across the middle, caught at the 40 into Patriot territory.
Good tackle by
down
Joe Davis.
at the 43-yard line.
Nothing like celebrating a big first down when you're down by 3 scores.
Yeah, I mean, nice job. Yes,
that
you
was a
caught
good
the
play.
little crossing pattern, and you picked up the first down, but really, you're right, you're down 35-14.
But I like the effort, and it was a
Effort is
good
great.
route.
But remain humble.
Oh, yeah, that's what I do. I'm a huge humility guy. Coach P and I are so humble.
It's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way.
That's what I say.
So says Mac Davis.
That's right. I'm going to be in a movie.
Dotson takes the snap, drops back,
Ooh.
crossing pattern again, almost hits the feet of Jay Leatherwood, but falls incomplete at the 35.
It felt like there may have been a little bit of miscommunication on the route. Dotson looked to his left. There was a slant by the receiver, but then it almost looked like a double move,
Yep.
but Dotson didn't know about
Looked
the
like
double
a little
move.
sluggo
Yep.
there, slant and go, and he did not realize the go part was there.
Yeah. Which let's be honest, that would be a great call and a really smart play by County High to do something like that.
Okay, looks like you're going to lose your clock here because David's taking over the computer.
That's unfortunate.
Dotson is back to pass, being pressured, and he completes it at the 35-yard line, 25-20, 15-10, and into the end zone on the big completion of 44 yards for the Cats and the touchdown.
I don't see a penalty.
I think there's something.
Yeah, because the team is not moving down the field. I was looking for a flag, but I don't see the flag.
I don't see it either.
I have to admit, it feels like there was a flag.
Yeah, there's a flag.
And the flag is a hold.
Yep.
What
Wow.
do you know? And the penalty went against County High.
Wow.
The fans on this side of the field are just ecstatic. Is that the right adjective to use?
I would say.
Well, I wouldn't. I say ecstatic is a little bit of an exaggeration.
Ecstatic?
They're happy.
Just amazed.
Ecstatic means, way above and beyond happy.
Shocked.
That's hyperbole.
Flabbergasted.
That's hyperbole.
Okay.
They're happy. They're pleased.
Okay. Content.
Well, content's a little bit underplaying.
I know.
Pleased. How about pleased?
Pleased, sure. I'll give you that one.
Okay. Ask your wife. She's
middle.
the English teacher, right? Which would be more appropriate?
Yeah, she would
those
definitely
descriptions.
score us on that.
I'd say ecstatic's a little bit hyperbolic.
Okay, I like that. And that's a great word. I'm a huge fan of hyperbolic chambers.
Hyperbolic chambers. Didn't Michael Jackson used to have one of those, a hyperbolic chamber?
I don't know. It exaggerated everything.
Hyperbolic chamber Smith.
Oh, Lord.
Holy cow.
Timeout, County. Timeout, County.
Okay, and the timeout, let's take a break. Your score 35-14. Pat's back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network. Excuse me.
Sam, what initially drew you to become a member of Alabama Credit Union, and how has your experience evolved since then?
Yeah, so I came for college, and my dad and I came down, and Alabama Credit Union was convenient to campus. Being young, first time opening a bank account, and looking for some relationship. And so that's where I started. And then over the years, I have gotten married, had a family, and so it's just been with me every step of the way and in relationship with me.
Sam.
All right, we're back at Wildcat Stadium, Northport, Alabama. We're very close to the end of the third quarter. We think it's under a minute. The scoreboard clock is not working, in case you haven't been with us. So we've been trying to keep it ourselves. Around 40 seconds left. Not much time left. The Pats up 35-14. But
oh, my bad. You're right. I'm sorry.
But County High with the ball. at the Hillcrest 21-yard line. 1st and 10. Still a whole quarter of football left, guys. They can still stay in this game, hang around like we talked about if they can score here. The snap, play action, Dotson back to pass, a little wheel route out of the backfield is complete, and it is a touchdown for the Cats.
Yeah, great play by County High, good design. You had a lot of eye candy, guys. You had motion from far side to near. You had a slant route, which took the defender, and nobody, I'm sure a linebacker is supposed to have the running back on the wheel route, and the linebacker did not see him in time. And great design, great execution.
Yep. Agreed, 100%. Extra point attempt coming your way. Snap, placement, kick is up, kick is good. 35-21 here with approximately 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Every time you think Hillcrest is going to just blow the doors open, County High comes up with a really good score, good design. And here's the thing, guys. On every score that County High has had tonight, it feels like, I won't call it a gadget play, but well-designed plays that have been executed very well.
Yeah.
Take kind of maybe, once again, I harp on youth right there where you're pursuing the ball, so hard, and then it's something backside, some sort of misdirection where you kind of play your own passion against you.
Misdirection and motion has been the weakness of this defense all year long. Going back to that Vestavia game, it was they could not find the ball the entire game.
Yeah, I think that smells a lot like youth.
Smells like teen spirit. Isn't that the name of that song?
It is.
All right, Hillcrest tennis kickoff. Hillcrest tennis kickoff.
Oh,
let's go. Avery's falling asleep over there.
Avery, you owe a quarter of our sponsorship today.
That's going to go out of bounds.
So low kick.
There we go.
Bounces at the 28. It's picked up and moved forward to the 36-yard line. Let's see who that was on the return. That was Jacoby Harris. So the Pats with good field position to start out this drive at the 36, up 35-21 with about a half minute left in the third quarter.
I would think, honestly, that's probably within.
We'll get one or two more plays in the third quarter,
so.
probably.
I feel like they're switching.
That's what I was thinking, Brad. Are they switching?
Yep.
Yeah, they're switching. So I was 32 seconds off.
Okay, end of the third quarter. Your score, Hillcrest 35, County High 21. Back after this with the fourth. This is the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Students and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard, in the shadow of Bryant-Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at BamaStuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran owned and operated.
So when I finally got into college, I remember that a lot of the finances were now not on my parents but on me. I remember telling my teller this, and she had such amazing advice to set up 2 savings accounts. One could be used solely to build up, and then the other could be used for emergencies. And I still have both of those accounts to this day. The Alabama Credit Union employees.
Students and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard, in the shadow of Bryant-Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at BamaStuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran owned and operated.
So when I finally got into college, I remember that a lot of the finances were now not on my parents but on me. I remember telling my teller this, and she had such amazing advice to set up 2 savings accounts.
High formation for Hillcrest.
Solely to build up, and then
First
the other
and
could be
5
used
from the
for emergencies.
41.
And I still have both of those
Handoff
accounts to this
to
day.
Jacoby Harris
The
over right
Alabama
end. North and
employees
South
really have
man
your
moves
back
it
and are
into
willing to do
Cats
everything
territory
to give
down
you
to the
great service.
37-yard line. Pick up for Jacoby. You know, we've got two running backs. But they've been close.
Absolutely.
They both have either one over and one close,
Right.
or both close.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Taking some yards away from Jacoby here on that first run. Oh, no, it's a false start. Didn't hear the whistle. Wow. So
There was no attempt by the flag. I mean, like, they didn't blow the play dead or anything. What is that?
Why would it still be 1st and 5?
it's not. They just haven't moved the down marker yet. They'll back it up 5 and make it
Holy
1st and 10.
cow.
Unfortunate for Jacoby because that was a beautiful, about a 32-yard run.
Did they? I
Well,
mean,
that flag came out of nowhere.
it also came 13 seconds after the play. There was an injured County High kid, then the penalty.
I don't know.
He rolled the clock, Brian.
The clock's
Goodness
working now, by the way.
gracious.
Oh, it is?
Goodness gracious.
Oh, okay. Clock is operational now. Good. All right, so 1st and 10 now from the 36. After the 5 yards are stepped off from the original 1st and 5. Here's the belly G to Christian Harris. He moves it down to the 39, pick up a 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Might have been Jacoby Ritchie.
What did I say?
Christian Harris.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I'm allowed one
Yeah,
mistake
you are.
per night,
I know.
right?
Like,
Because
I mean,
obviously I
honestly.
never make any
Bryson
others.
Smith drops back. He throws it to Caden
Hey.
Kimbrough.
Hey, the jerk store called, buddy. We say that at our house all the time.
I know. I'm sure. But you have a lot of good people at your house.
Here's a handoff to Jacoby around right in, getting some of those yards back.
Nice.
Falls forward. Stephen Fikes All-State 1st down.
That's half as many as he had earlier.
Yeah.
This just in. Never mind. I can say it. Never mind.
You're going to end up saying it. Aren't you? I mean, you can't help yourself. I can just tell you.
I know it. All right. I'm not. Come on. Run another play.
Let's go.
10 and a half.
I formation, clock working now, 10:27 and counting remaining in this one. Bryson hands it off over right guard. Christian Ritchie with the carry. He'll pick up close to 10. They'll mark him just short of the sticks. It'll be 2nd down and 1.
Now it feels a little
Christian
bit like,
Ritchie
yes,
on the carry.
You do a great job. You do a great job all the time. It would not
I have to talk a lot.
If we couldn't
I have
mess
to
with
say a
you,
lot of
it
words.
would be no fun, okay?
Oh, I agree. But I would never reciprocate.
Yeah, I know. You're so classy.
Another good word there, reciprocate, right?
Yes, I love that word. Feels a little bit like the Hillcrest offensive line is trying to impose their will and having some pretty good success.
I
I'm
think
reluctant,
so.
I'm reluctant to give us full-fledged starting to dominate, you know?
Billy G and
no
the flag.
way, man.
Goodness.
Oh, it's a timeout.
Oh,
Okay.
so
I
Hillcrest
was
calls
like,
timeout.
that was not a false start.
All right, with the timeout, we'll take a break. Hillcrest 35-21. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Nice students and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house designed Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard, in the shadow of Bryant Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at BamaStuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran owned and operated.
So when I finally got into college, I remember that a lot of the finances were now not on my parents but on me. I remember telling my teller this, and she had such amazing advice to set up 2 savings accounts. One could be used solely to build up, and then the other could be used for emergencies, and I still have both of those accounts to this day. The Alabama Credit Union employees really have your back and are willing to do everything in order to give you great service. So
back, Wildcat Stadium, 2nd and 1 for the Pats at the county high 42-yard line. Bryson back to pass.
Good job.
Completes it over to the right side, 35-30. A move and a big hit down at the 25-yard line. First reception of the night for Jalen Cook.
Good for you, Cookie.
What did he do?
Just tough kid.
Yep.
Good for you. I like it.
Took the big hit.
And got the first down.
Oh, absolutely. Big
Great
gainer.
for you, Cookie. And the clock is stopped again. Timeout officiating
Official
crew.
timeout.
What is going to be the call here? Oh, goodness gracious! This game. It's just me. Does this feel like the most disjointed game that we've had?
From both teams to the down the penalties to the clock.
Is it maybe okay? So did County High take a timeout? It said now the official indicated that he was given the timeout, but now he's over there discussing the game with the coach. But when we talk to the officials, we have to take a timeout. Isn't that the appropriate thing to do?
Yeah, I mean that's the way I've always known it.
I mean, I'm just curious what the deal is, because I don't think he's awarded him a timeout or credited a timeout, whatever.
Penalized him a timeout.
Okay, I see the athletic director on the far side. Dominic Ingram is the athletic director of Tuscaloosa County. He's talking to the people in the press box about something. So my guess is there's a clock issue, and they've just decided to turn it off.
Oh.
So to the right side, the clock is just off.
Okay.
Now it's sort of back on.
Well, how do you know?
Well, I mean, I'm looking at it.
But, I mean, it's just stuck at 9:01.
No, I mean, for a second it was off.
I think 9:01 is correct. I don't know why it's off. I will say in defense.
Okay, now it's at zeros.
Now it's off. Yeah, I think Brad's right. I think they are just simply cutting it off, keeping it on the field.
So the pressure's back on you. Let's see how close you can be for the rest of the game.
Now, if 9:01 is correct, but I'm not sure it is. I think there's a little more time than that. But
in defense of County High, our clock sometimes doesn't operate correctly also.
Yeah, let's blame County.
So, and this wireless receiver system has a lot of issues. Frequencies.
Wireless is always going to have issues.
Yeah.
For sure. Bryson under center. Takes it, hands it off to Javion Lowe.
Nice.
He's inside the 20, down to the 19. Good pickup of about 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5.
This just, now it feels a little bit like, I don't know, the outcome is not necessarily in doubt, but at the same time, it feels like we're maybe in charge of naming the score here.
You would think, I think Coach Mitchell right now is trying to use as much time as he can.
Yeah.
Okay, the
and
play
why
clock
not?
No, I agree.
I mean, the offensive line is making the holes for the backs. They're taking it
and
through.
we are up 2 scores.
Picking up the first
Two
downs.
scores, though, can be 1 score pretty quickly,
You're right.
guys.
True. So you use that clock and don't give them a chance to be on the field. Billy G to Christian Ritchie, down to the 15.
I think that's good enough for a first down, Brent.
Close. Let's see if they move the sticks.
Yeah, it is really close.
They're calling it third.
Yep, you're right.
We'll call it 3rd and 1, actually a little bit less than 1, I believe.
Now, we're using as much time as we have all year right now. Now, the play clock
clock's
is
all over
jumping
the place,
around.
man.
I know. The one in the north end zone is a little more consistent.
Bryson on the quarterback sneak will get the first down.
He got it. Yeah, he
down
did.
to the 14. Stephen Fikes All-State first down in the Centel Home Design red zone. Thanks to Jessica Centel.
They're leaving for Scotland tomorrow.
Really? And
Yes.
I have to give Jessica a personal thanks. She drove the bus for us on a
Yeah,
field trip
good
to
for
see The
her.
Wizard of Oz yesterday. And she pulled double duty. This is great.
Yeah.
She was driving kids. She drove kids to WOW, right, on that field trip. Dropped them off. She dropped us off first at Chick-fil-A. Then she went and picked up our students from WOW, and then came back and picked us up from Chick-fil-A and took us back to the Bama, and then picked us up from the Bama and took us back on. She was on the road all day long on the bus. Here's a sweep to Jacoby Harris. Jacoby is met around right end. Nowhere for him to go. Maybe about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. Actually, they're going to mark him back a yard, 2nd and 11.
Yeah, just for reference sake, obviously, I think this is relatively close. I have us at 6:40 left in the game.
By the way, Jessica Centel does a lot at Hillcrest High
kidding.
School.
Always with such a cheery, bright, pleasant attitude.
And,
No doubt.
and very, 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 very good at her job as well.
Yes.
Also, always willing to lend a hand.
Yep.
Yep.
That play clock.
I know it's making me nervous.
How do we know? I mean,
It goes from 15 to 12 a lot. Now
how
it
do,
went
how do
6
the
to 2.
players know where it is? Christian Ritchie
Get
over
in.
right guard.
Get
spins
in.
away, dives
Yes.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Christian having the game of his life tonight.
Well, he
you're
certainly
right.
played well. The fumble is the only markup. Other than that, he's been spectacular.
How many touchdowns, right?
That's
Three?
4. That's
Four?
4. He had
Okay.
one
Wow.
catch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Good call,
3
Brett.
rushing, 1 receiving. Yep.
That's why you're in charge of this broadcast.
Hey, the nice store called. They ran out of you.
The nice store called and they said, yeah, it's double
They said
price.
don't get used to
Yeah,
it.
don't get used
Yeah.
It's a rare
Golly,
sighting.
Our mood improves dramatically between up 2 scores and up 3 scores.
You think?
It does. Like, that's the line of delineation.
And the funniest winner that you can. I'm the
All
funniest
right, we've
winner.
doubled
guy.
them up.
Dr. Brandy Patterson, extra point attempt is good. 42 to 21.
My score was 41-20, everybody. Just FYI. I hope we tack on 2 more, but still.
What? What are you talking about?
My predicted score of the game was 41-20.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Well,
okay.
yeah, it was 41-20.
Pretty good, pretty
Your
good.
spread is right on it.
Wait, I hope it's not. I hope I'm like 20 points off
Yeah, I know.
in a good way.
See, that's kind of the same philosophy I have with picking, against Alabama to cover the spread. I'm happy if they cover the spread by a large amount, but I don't think they will.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm picking with my head and not my heart.
I can't,
Which is why, I
team
think,
in the
you know how
country.
Leah says
I
that
root
you
for the
watch
number
more
one
college
team.
football than anybody. So why are you so bad at this?
'Cause I pick with my
because you
heart.
pick with your heart. You pick
100%.
emotionally.
I do. I'm a huge emotional guy.
I think it's
You
because Vegas is just very, very, very good at this, and it's basically a coin
Then how are
flip
you
for
so
all.
good?
I mean, 3 games under 500 last year. Oh, and let's see what Jessica has to say. Oh, Jessica basically said, well, she said some nice things about us. We appreciate it, Jessica. Go freaking Pats.
Good job, Hudson. Good kick.
Hillcrest tennis kickoff. Uh-oh.
Nice.
Runner breaks through to the 40-yard line. Who is that?
Number 11, I think, Brent.
Number 11. Okay, I was wondering if it was number 4 again. Who was that blazing
that
speed?
black jersey with blue numerals is
It's hard.
tough.
It's hard to
But
see.
I thought it was 11.
Okay. It's actually easier to see on our monitor here for some
You're
reason.
right.
The
I agree.
contrast is a little bit better, and it's
I
easier
think the camera
to
doesn't-
see the
yep, you're right.
see the numbers, than it is in live action.
5:55 or thereabouts left in this game. Hillcrest leading 42-21 here in Northport.
snap to Dotson, the handoff to K.J. Jackson. He looks for some room around left end. He gets the edge, moves it forward to about the 47-yard line. Pickup of about 8, and it'll be 2nd down and 2.
That was a wildcat. Did you hear that?
It was.
That's the first time I heard that. It was interesting. Wow. That's some. You sound like The Walking Dead. Have you seen that show?
Or a Wookiee.
I don't watch that show.
Pretty good show.
Did you ever finish Your Honor?
No.
Oh, man, you got to get back on that.
I
That's
need
a good
to.
show. That's a good show.
Started watching Perfect Couple.
I've been watching that.
Pretty
I hate
good.
it.
I thought it was pretty good.
All right, Dotson back to pass. Deep down the left side and just on the right side, I should say, and just out of the reach of his alligator-armed defender.
I thought it went right through.
I mean,
his
receiver.
hands.
Gosh,
Yeah.
you can't talk. But yeah, the perfect couple. It's like a kind of like a soap opera with high production value. It's
So
just a
that's
little
Brad's
bit
take,
too much.
too.
I don't know.
Just a little bit too
Yeah,
much.
You
you
like
know,
the production value?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I thought they used stage left too much. I tell you what.
Stage left in a movie? There's no such thing as stage left in a movie.
Man, I don't know any terminology from
It'd
the
be
theater.
camera left.
To the theater.
It's a movie or a television
Whatever.
series.
Cut.
Dotson back to pass, being pressured by A.J. Love. Gets rid of it just to avoid the sack. A.J. comes down on him anyway.
Nice, A.J. That's good pressure by number 9.
Brings up 4th down, 4th and maybe a short. Yeah, a short 3, a long 2.
Approximately 5:34 remaining.
Unless it's a hot clock. Are they about, was there a flag we don't know about?
No.
It looks that way.
Have you seen the show Bad Monkey?
Are they going to say
On Apple TV?
Are they going to say intentional grounding?
That's what I
no
think.
way.
Oh,
I don't
no,
think so.
they're not.
No, I haven't seen bad. Now Jamie's confused because he thought there was a penalty, and he's like, "Why is that not intentional grounding?" He has obviously been displeased with this officiating crew tonight.
On 4th down, Dotson will try to run for it. Sticks his head down.
Wow, you got it.
Crosses the 50 into Hillcrest territory and picks up 5. He needed 3 for the first down.
Good for him.
They'll move the sticks.
Nice physical run there by Dotson, and took on a lot of contact, got the first down. Tough kid. I will say Dotson has shown to be a pretty tough kid tonight.
Is this his first start?
I don't know, but I think whatever he's earning, he's earned
I
it.
agree. How old is he?
I have to pull up my roster.
How old's Ryan Williams?
Well, 17.
Maybe older than that
He wasn't
quarterback.
17.
I mean, maybe younger than the quarterback.
That's true.
You know?
That's a good point. a
That's
lot of
a
these
really good
players
point.
out here are older
Right.
than Ryan Williams.
Dotson's a senior.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Snap, Dotson back, slings it across the middle, complete. At about the 35-yard line, down to the 32, enough for a first down.
That's a dang good ball right there, boys. It's a good throw and catch.
County High has shown some glimpses
they have.
tonight.
I
Just
feel
very
like-
inconsistent.
To me, the player of the game for County High has been Dotson.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been solid. He's made good choices. I feel like he's protected the ball pretty well. I mean, obviously there have been 2 picks, but other than that, they were the first half.
Yep.
But he's been under pressure all night long, and he's been slammed to the turf all night long, and he keeps getting up and throwing darts like that one.
He's back to throw another one. Looking downfield, down the right sideline, and this one out of the reach of his
That's a good
defender.
call. Good
Yep,
call.
But
it
a
is.
flag. Boy,
Never turned his head.
Nice arm by the official throwing that flag about 30 yards across the field.
I thought that was pass interference on Joe. Not bad coverage, just late, got the penalty. But pretty good spot to throw the ball in, too, by Dotson. Not to sell my own narrative or anything, but, again, pretty good toss. Brian, you've got 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
I do. Somewhere around there, and I don't think we're at a hot clock. I have no way to know if it is or not, but I would think a little over 4 minutes left in this ball game. I can't remember a more disjointed game that I've been to.
It's been very
the last,
herky-jerky.
5, 10 years,
Yeah.
whatever. Just seems like there's been no semblance of fluidity to it just because of the numerous penalties or stoppages of clock, whether it be a malfunction, turnovers, whatever it may be.
Chick-fil-A red zone?
That's what they call it.
Oh, okay.
Looks so sad wearing blue and not red.
Dotson is pounded as he releases it. And the interception is made at the 4-yard line. Yes, sir.
Pat's as happy as anybody.
Yes.
Coach Patterson loves that kid.
Yes. Joe Davidson, the junior, first-year starter at that safety position.
Gets the turnover belt on the
Nice.
sideline.
He's probably not who you would have penciled in last
go get him,
year.
Joe. Go get him, Joe.
But nicely done there.
Yeah.
Joe celebrating with a visiting crowd here.
Great job. Great job, Joe.
Obviously a fan of his teammates are a fan of his.
Well, you got to love a kid he works hard. And look, a lot of boys on that team do. But anytime you see the fruits of your labor and your teammates recognize it also, it's a good feeling. It happens to me all the time.
Good job there by Donald Falls. Good job there by Donald Falls on the camera.
Good job,
work.
Donald.
Good job, Donald. He's a beast.
Here's a handoff to Jacoby Harris over right guard. Jacoby pounds his way through for a pickup of 11. Stephen Fikes All-State first down. Around 3:58 remaining in this game. The clock malfunctioning here at Wildcat Stadium. Pat's up 42-21. 42-21 was the final of the first live college football game I ever saw.
Is that right?
Yes, it was 1972. Alabama defeated Tennessee 42-21 at Legion Field.
Huh.
Wilbur
Who was quarterback?
Terry
Mike
Davis.
Shula.
Terry Davis, and Wilbur Jackson had an 80-yard touchdown run.
He played for the Buccaneers after that, man?
Played for the 49ers. Here's a handoff.
Wilbur Montgomery.
Pickup of a few to the 21. Let's see.
I got him for 7.
Yeah?
Nope.
We'll call it 5. Second 5.
We'll put the over-under at 4.5.
It's been a long game.
It has been. Is it 11 o'clock yet?
No.
Time is it, 11?
Long drive home, too.
Not for me.
That's true. Long breakdown of equipment.
Yay.
But fall break next weekend.
Woo!
Where? Oh, there it is. The snap and the handoff over right guard.
You're not down.
Jacoby
You're not
Harris.
down.
Keep
You're not
going.
down.
Well, okay.
Maybe he must have known he was.
Jacoby all the way down to the 36, a nice pickup of 15. Guys, I'm going to be interested to see these stats because I do think we have 2 runners over 100 yards. Although Jacoby had that 30 or so yards taken away from him on the penalty.
Anybody know the Pats record for number of touchdowns in a game?
No, I do not. What did we score? 66 one game?
63 against Selma?
I know we've had 63. Did we not break that one time?
I think I don't know.
63 is it? Yeah.
So that would, you'd think that'd be, 9 scores?
Yep.
But
I just wonder if any one person had more than 4. Just wonder if Christian tied a record.
I don't think so. Jay Bramblett had 5 touchdowns in one game. Here's another 12-yard run by Christian Ritchie.
Hey, man, that
Jay
kid,
Bramblett had 5
kid right
touchdowns.
there just put his foot in his ribs.
Where
Did you see that? I wish we'd have replayed that.
Any of those come through the air?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jay Bramblett?
Yep.
Or you was talking about rushing touchdowns?
Rush.
I
was talking about rushing
Jay
and
caught
receiving.
a touchdown pass in that game, too. He actually caught one, I think threw for 2 and ran for 2.
You know who's got the record in the Super Bowl for having 3 touchdowns in 3 different ways?
Who?
Juwan Jennings. Throw, catch, run.
For whom?
The 49ers. But I don't know anything about that guy.
Right.
But he's a Vol. He's a VFL.
Imagine that. Okay,
what do you know?
So, look, we're doing the
that's
victory.
the guy.
Yeah, okay.
That's the guy who kicked our kid. And he took his helmet off. Throw the flag. He took his helmet off. That's the kid that kicked our kid in the rib. Why? So he gets to take his helmet off, do whatever he wants.
And they're not going to throw a flag?
Not going to throw a flag.
Come on.
He kicked. By the way, he kicked Hunter Wilson in the ribs earlier. Did I mention that?
I think Captain Rylan Bell's out there. I know he was not one of the official captains, but he's probably the captain of that old line.
You got that
He
right.
was saying something right there to that ref, like, I got them.
How do you not throw a flag
Jamie's
on that?
ripping them now. I'm all about it.
He took his helmet off.
Yeah.
He took his own helmet off.
Yeah, he did. And then it's like, golly. Look, the official he's had excuses all night. Nobody's listening anyway.
Jamie's not letting it go. Good for him.
That's good.
Good for him, Jamie Mitchell.
Take a timeout. Let's do it.
Yeah, the official's trying to smile and stuff, and Jamie's having none of it.
Yeah, I think you should take a timeout.
I have no idea how much time's left. I think it's under a minute.
All right, it's victory formation, so it's got to be.
Well, they're
Bryson
still
takes a
doing
knee.
it, and I'll be honest, we're not even blocking them right now. That's kind of a gentleman's agreement right there. So they can do that signal and all that stuff and do all they want, but you're down 3 scores and haven't beat us in 12 years. So
4,005 days,
exactly.
and here's
So
a flag.
Tomorrow will be 4,005.
Finally a flag.
So they can say all they want right there. They're real happy losing by 21.
Their kids ran their flags on our side of the field. I mean, come on, man.
So I mean, somebody needs to get them under control. I don't know who it is. But if you want us to run plays, we'll run plays.
So what are we going to do here? Let's just get this over.
I mean, I got to
call it.
Yeah.
Call it. I mean,
either that or play action.
Look, the ref's having a good time with his umpire.
Well, yeah, if you go run through and not understand the game's over,
there was
that's
a flag,
fine.
and the ball is still sitting there. Just FYI.
Are they going to mark it?
I'd like to know.
No flag. There's a flag, but they have not marked the ball.
Who took
just
the timeout?
standing over it.
I didn't see. I literally saw a flag come out whenever their coach came on the field. Now, in his credit, he's coming out to try to get his players under control.
Wow.
But there was a flag thrown.
What does the PA announcer say?
Something about coming on the field and law enforcement if you break the rule.
Well, they need to worry more about their flag crew and their boys.
And there's a timeout. Yeah, timeout by Hillcrest. Coach Mitchell wants to talk to the head ref, and that's going to be a conversation about this helmet coming off.
I hope he uses another one.
And the flag that came out, by the way.
Wow. Are you lip readers? We can see a close-up.
I don't know. I don't know. This is a family show.
But we're looking at the official. We can't see Jamie's lips.
It's not been a very well officiated game.
No, and I know we're not supposed to say that, but
I mean, look, I'm okay with the penalties. The penalties is not my problem. I'm not even saying that they weren't adjudicated properly. But all I'm saying is there seems to be some sort of discrepancy on they can take their helmet off, but we cannot.
I agree.
I mean, I'm
and you
watching
know what?
the same game you're watching.
I'm right here with Jamie Mitchell. Good for you for taking that time out and getting your money's worth, Coach.
Tension's high here at Wildcat Stadium.
What down is it?
I have no idea.
It doesn't really matter.
I mean,
second down?
It's second down, yeah.
This guy's offside.
Victory formation.
Oh,
They
see,
did
there's
it
a
again.
push. There's
They
a
did
push.
it again.
I mean, that's fine.
All right, that's going to be I don't think we have to snap it again.
I say, I mean, if you shake the hands, is there going to be shenanigans? Keep the camera running. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm saying, I'm not sure is there going to be a handshake line?
No, not yet.
I'm just telling you.
We're not yet. We're waiting.
All right, here we go. Final score, 42-21.
Nope, we've decided no.
Nah.
Nope.
Jamie's not happy.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Are they worried about some kind of ruckus happening with a handshake? Well, here we go with a handshake.
Singular line.
Okay, here we go.
I don't like that we went on two sides, though. I don't like that.
I don't know. Unless we're flanking them.
Yeah, I know.
I'm okay with that.
I'm just saying.
One thing I do
thought
like,
that was-
I see Jordan Chambers-Smith, who was at County High last year, getting some hugs from his former teammates.
Well, I mean, you got to like the kid.
Yeah,
and, of course, I'm sure there's some love there.
Yeah.
Okay, everything seems to be going pretty smooth.
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to take a break and continue on with our post-game show after this. Your final score, 42-21 in favor of the Pats. Back after this on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network.
Nice students and fans since 1939, Bama Stuff is the perfect place for all your Bama merchandise needs. They have a large selection of Nike official on-field apparel, as well as everything you need for the perfect game day experience. Come see our exclusive in-house design Bama apparel and souvenirs to help you stand out. Located on the heart of the Strip on University Boulevard, in the shadow of Bryant-Denny. They're open 7 days a week or shop online anytime at BamaStuff.com. Bama Stuff is proud to be UA alumni and veteran owned and operated.
So when I finally got into college, I remember that a lot of the finances were now not on my parents but on me. I remember telling my teller this, and she had such amazing advice to set up 2 savings accounts. One could be used solely to build up, and then the other could be used for emergencies, and I still have both of those accounts to this day. The Alabama Credit Union employees really have your back and are willing to do everything in order to give you great service. So
there we go. Okay, back at Wildcat Stadium. Hand me this thing here. All right, back at Wildcat Stadium, your final score again, Hillcrest 42, Tuscaloosa County 21. Can't really reach this. Ugh. Hey, can you help me with some slack there? Donald, thank you. I can control this thing. Yeah, there we go. Now I got it. Okay. So here we go. Yeah, back for the post-game show. And, guys, the first thing that I would like to do here on our post-game show is I would like to take a look at the stat line. If I can find, where is it? Gosh, we got off here. Okay, thanks to Two Gals Salon for bringing the stat line to us. And guys, okay, what's going on here? All right. Sorry. Yeah, y'all go ahead and talk for a second.
Yeah, I don't know what the stats necessarily say.
Oh, we're on.
But at the same time, I feel like we were absolutely dominant on the ground. You know, we may have had some struggles giving up some yards, but
got it.
Good. I don't. You can tell us the final stats right here. I mean, they were absolutely manhandled from start to finish, from that opening run from Christian down to the last touchdown.
Y'all are going to be amazed. The Patriots with 367 yards on the ground, 101 passing, but 367 on the ground.
Right.
And you know, we talked about Christian Ritchie in his game. 192 yards.
Oh, what a game.
2 touchdowns on the ground. He only had 3.
Oh,
2 touchdowns.
Is
it
really?
Is it I thought he only. Yeah, I thought he had 3. 2 touchdowns on the ground. 1 with a pass reception. Let's see. He only had that 1 pass reception for 30 yards and the touchdown. But what a monster game from Christian.
Fantastic. You know, honestly, good job by Christian responding after that early fumble. You know that?
Oh, yeah.
Did not sit there and pout, just kind of redoubled his efforts and went out there and had a monster game.
Okay, let me go ahead and give you the rest of the rundown regarding these stats. First downs in this game, Hillcrest doubling up County High 26 to 13. Passing yards, as we said, 101 yards passing for Bryson Kimbrough on 6 of 12 passing and 2 touchdowns. We talked about the possibility of having 2 running backs over 100 yards. Very close, Jacoby Harris with 13 carries and 82 yards and a touchdown. But now he had that 132, 33-yarder called back.
Right.
He would have been over 100
right.
if it hadn't been for that. But anyway, the Pats definitely dominant on the stat line as well as the scoreboard, doubling up the County High Wildcats 42-21. Here's an interesting stat, guys.
Okay.
I have been working at Hillcrest for 11 years.
Yes.
Guess how many times County High has beaten Hillcrest
That would
in those
be as
11
many
years?
times as we've lost to the Dallas Cowboys.
That's correct.
That is
0.
right.
I am 9-0. Is it 9? It's 9 now, right? 9-0 because
yes.
we had the 2-year gap there.
Sure.
I am 9-0 against my alma mater.
Good job, Brent.
Okay. I hear you.
Okay, guys. You got any scoreboard updates for us? We'll do that real quickly.
too busy
RSV Design scoreboard update. Got anything?
Nothing. No,
sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
I mean, I was trying
Y'all
to
are
pull
busy
it,
on social
well,
media?
No, not social media. I'm trying. I'll be honest. I was doing a lot of coaching of I mean, there was a lot of talk about, if you storm the field, you're going to get arrested.
Okay, well,
and
let's go to the players of the
that.
game then. We'll come to scoreboard update after this, but let's go to the players of the game, brought to you by Walk-Ons, Sports Bistro, and Award Company of America. I think it's pretty obvious who our offensive player of the game is going to be, correct?
Golly,
Christian Ritchie, I mean, one of the greatest individual performances I've seen here in 11 years.
You know what? I definitely, and I do, and I know you were looking at those. I do want to give props to that entire offensive line, though. I mean, I thought they were dominant.
Line was fantastic.
You know, I don't know if we can pick one person out, but they were fantastic. And Christian did a good job, and I'm sure Christian will be the first one to say that Tuesday. But I agree. I thought he did a fantastic job. So great job by them. Great job by Christian.
All right, what do you got for defense, guys?
I mean, don't we probably need to stick with, to me, the Jamarian Bennett. Obviously, late in the game.
Yep. He made the pick early on that really kind of set the tone for the defense.
I thought so, too. I thought so because at the time, it was 14, wasn't it 14-0 when that happened, or 14-7? I can't remember.
Like that.
But I thought it was a critical play at the time.
Yes.
And then here's the thing.
An interception in the end zone preventing a touchdown.
I thought Dotson was pretty good all night for County High. I thought the kid played a really good game. I thought his toughness was impressive. But I really liked the way that Jamarian bailed us out. And then, of course, Joe with the late pick kind of sealed the deal, and obviously it was kind of probably already over at that point. But at the same time, with the kind of game clincher, game finisher, Joe Davidson. But Jamarian Bennett, I thought, was our best defensive player.
Agreed. Now, here's the tough one. Special teams, not a whole lot happened on the special teams tonight. Can y'all think of anybody that really stood out?
It'd be tough with Hudson with that one kick out of bounds.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we had some great holds on 6 extra points.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I will say there was a good. How about this? Who was the recoverer of the onside kick after it hit off Brooks Folk's chest?
Yeah. That was because
that was a pretty good play.
That was
that
Jordan Steele.
Oh yeah, Jordan Steele. Has he been on?
Jordan Steele, very heads up play.
I thought that ended up being a
too.
pretty big
Me
play
too.
in the game at the time.
Yep.
So Jordan Steele probably
Good call.
would be my call on that.
Like it.
Okay.
Jordan Steele.
Yep.
Okay, good. Now, do y'all have any scores?
I don't.
Yeah, sure. But the funny thing is, they started
72
to go
to nothing.
That's totally not correct. But on Max Preps, Central beat Auburn 72-0, but there's no way that's right.
I'll get some in a second.
Anyway, Brian's pulling up some, but in the meantime, Vestavia Hills 49-14 winners over Prattville.
Okay.
Of course, we already lost to Vestavia, but we do have Prattville, not the last game of the season, but in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from last night, actually, because it's a Thursday night battle.
Oh, right.
Hoover defeated Oak Mountain 28-10.
Huh.
I've got Thompson over Hewitt 15-10.
Wow.
Was the final. And that was in Alabaster. So a really tight game there, and I'm sure that was a fun game to watch. And then in 6A action, the game that I watched the most was Hueytown at Northridge, and I've got that as 52-10 Gophs.
All right. I'm done, guys.
Yep.
How about you?
Man,
Oh,
I'm
my
ready to go
gosh.
home.
Good day.
get outta
Good
here.
day, though. Always good to come across
Yep.
the river and beat our rivals
Yep.
up here. You know what? A little bit of relief, but I'm ready to go home too, guys.
All right, let's do it. Thanks for joining us. Your final once again, Hillcrest 42, Tuscaloosa County 21. We're back next week against the Thompson Warriors.
Senior
Region
night.
at Roy Johnson
Senior night.
Stadium.
Yep.
Be there, folks. All right, good night, everybody. Go Pats.
Go Pats.
Go Pat.